session, you need to watch the current one.
Wait, are we just watching our VODs?
Yeah, we're just gonna watch VODs.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And we're have a running commentary on everything that's happening. You know, because that's what the people want.
Will it be like Fine Bros
Really
level
is.
commentary, or like...
I don't know.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is gonna be like BuzzFeed, man. This is gonna be straight garbage.
I mean, that's about just as deep, let's be real.
Alrighty.
Wait, who here would actually give like deep commentary? Because
None of us.
I'm thinking about it, and no, you're not. No one fits this.
It was a joke. It was
I feel like we could
You're a joke, Derek.
I feel like if we wanted to, we could go over like certain sections, like sections of the campaign, and talk about it if we felt like it. But I don't know if session by session, that's a great idea for us. All right, welcome back. Session numero tres.
I should launch Roll20.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
I kind of forgot I should do that.
Idiot. Derek.
How are you here first? And you aren't. You're like the slowest.
Look, he's
person.
You
I
were
wasn't
here
here
first.
He's fine.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, calm the f down.
Tyler's ready.
It's
Why
game
aren't you?
time. It's
Is
game
Tyler
time.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
I feel attacked.
I'm gonna start.
You should.
I'm gonna do it.
Wow.
All right. So last time, you all strut on into the town of Phandelver after rescuing Sildar from a goblin cave. Congratulations, good job. Upon arriving, you learned that Phandelver has a little bit of a bandit problem. Namely, just like running the place, extorting money from people, things of that nature. A bit of a fight happened in the street.
Slaughter.
with one of the groups of
What is it? Abject slaughter.
with one of the groups of bandits known as the Red Brand. During which an elf showed up named Thorn, aka Andrew, seemingly here to hunt some bandits, and wouldn't you know it? Yeah, you guys were headed. You guys found out that the bandit base was underneath Tressendar Manor. That's where their little hideout was. And so, after taking care of the group on the street and receiving praise and free lodging at the inn, and everybody thinking you guys are all pretty swell, much to the discomfort of Crane, you moved on to the manor.
Yeah, Jonah, way to be a bitch.
Upon entering the manor, you found some more red brands, let a couple go, fought some undead, rescued some prisoners, threw one red brand into a cell that he was previously guarding, and then attempted to take his pants, intimidate him out of his own pants, really. To which he replied, "Bite me." And that's kind of where we left off. So, Crane guided the family back to the entrance. Thanks to because the trap and all, which I'm gonna draw back on the map, is right
Would have
about.
been really unfortunate if I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. There was a
Well,
pitfall
I
that
love-
you guided them around. Which
The second everyone remembered, they're like,
I know.
wait.
I waited, and they head back towards the hallway. Dot. And if nobody
sheer
said
panic.
anything, I was just gonna be like, all right, this is just gonna happen. We'll see if she can make the save or not. Anyway, so yes, you are now here underneath the manor, and in this room with all of the coffins, you have some broken up, newly demolished skeletons. There's a dead red brand inside of the cell room, along with one living one in a cage. What would you guys like to do?
Well, kind of done in these two rooms because I looted the red brand that was in the room, right?
I do believe yes.
I'm gonna take a peek down this hallway.
Right. You did take a peek down the hallway before.
Oh, and it was a locked door.
Yes.
Yeah.
That X door on the door, that is a locked door. Yes.
Oh, this one?
Yes, that is locked. The one with the X on it.
So, I'm gonna sneak up to it and attempt to lockpick it, I guess.
Okay. You can go ahead and roll a dexterity check, and then add your proficiency bonus.
I was gonna say,
nat
I'm gonna
20.
pop up right behind him.
Okay. Yeah. You and deftly, quickly crack this door open.
Guardium Leviosa.
Yeah, just fiddle with it for a second.
Oh my God.
You're good. The door is unlocked.
I'm gonna take a peek.
Okay. So you peek inside, kind of creak the door open just a little bit, take a peek inside. You don't see anybody in there. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal it. Boop. There you go. You see what looks to be a bit of an armory. Racks of weapons line the walls of this chamber, including spears, swords, crossbows, and bolts. You also find a dozen dirty red cloaks hanging from hooks by the door.
I am all over this. I want to loot the room. I want to loot the crap out of it.
Okay. In the room, like I said, there's the dozen red cloaks. You can also find 12 spears, 6 short swords, 4 long swords, 6 light crossbows, and 8 quivers, each with 20 crossbow bolts apiece. So,
I don't really want any of that.
there you
I
go.
was gonna say.
That's what I'm
There's,
thinking.
there's
This is
no
a what-
treasure chest of like gold.
That's what you
Can I
find.
can I take 40 crossbow bolts?
So that
You
the
can
locked door is the
take-
only
yes,
entrance,
you can
right?
take 40 crossbow bolts, easy.
Woo!
So there you go. So you kind of Crane, you poke your head in, and you see you see some supplies and stuff. Nothing that necessarily stands out to you. As you turn around, against this wall just across the way, right here. Which let me reveal the wall. Okay, there's a little wall here. There you go. Against that wall, you kind of notice that the stonework looks a little strange on that wall.
I'm gonna go look at it
Okay.
with my eyeballs and my
With your
hands.
eyeballs. All right. So you kind of look up to it, and you, after scanning it a little bit, you realize that this is quite possibly a secret door. And as you
Do I see a mechanism of opening it, like a button?
yeah,
or-
like fiddling around with it, you find a little like a little bit of purchase on the side of it, and you can creak it open, and this slab of stone starts to kind of creak open on like hidden hinges. So, I'm assuming you peek into the next room.
Yes.
Alrighty.
No.
No. There you go. There's your next room.
Absolutely not. I'm appalled by the notion.
In this room, there's more supplies and stuff that you could see up against the in the corners of the room. And then you also see a bit of an opening further down, kind of where the stone starts to look a little less like worked. It starts to look a bit more natural, cave-esque, down on this south part. So it says this area is the north end of a large natural cavern, but has been finished with dressed stone block walls and a flagstone floor. Several barrels are stored against the walls here, along with a number of empty crates, straw for packing, hammers, pry bars, and nails. The cavern continues for some distance to the south. And from here, that's about all you can see. You can't quite see further into the cavern yet. You'd have to kind of like...
Okay, I'm gonna sneak up and peek around the corner then.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Ugh. 9.
Okay. So you come around the corner and you go ahead and take a peek. Rest of the group, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and sneak behind him.
Okay. You sticking right with him, or are you kind of like?
Yeah, I'm sticking
Okay.
right on his butt.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
That's an 11.
Okay, slightly better than him. So the rest of you guys gonna wait in that room? Are you following along? What you doing?
I'm assuming they're like relaying what they're doing to us.
Yeah, I think we can assume that he's. You
then
see
I'd
as he
see-
opens up the secret door, you know about the door and the room of supplies.
I'd probably be peeking out the corner then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be
Waiting
like,
for-
I'll probably be waiting in the cell room, somewhat watching
There's
the
a
guy just
whole
make sure
hallway.
to try anything fishy.
Okay.
So I'm saying, they're like, what?
No, that's exactly what he's doing. He's just kind of staring at you. And he's just like,
I mean,
we're back. He
He's
kind
gotta
of stare. He kind of stares at you. He's like, what? What even
Feeling
are
some
you?
pain.
you know, man.
No, I don't. Otherwise, I wouldn't have asked. Like,
Oh my god,
you,
why?
you like a.
I imagine him to just fall into a racist tirade here in a minute.
He doesn't even like. He would, but he doesn't even know where to start. He's just like,
What?
all right, go away. You're weird burning incense stuff's giving me a
Not
headache.
blue.
Go away.
Health. What applies here?
So, right. So Jonah, or Crane, you can go ahead and peek around the corner. I'll reveal more of the cavern. Like I said, you see it open up. Which if I can get the freaking map to rotate.
Cavern.
It is a cavern and a rather large one at that.
Oh,
The tavern. All right.
Tavern. It's time to
yes.
get time to get drunk, boys.
All
drunk
right.
time.
I'm gonna say you can see as you kind of peer up, you can see about this much. You can make out several passages that open up off the larger cavern, and then in the center there, you can see what looks like a deep pit or a crevice kind of in the floor.
Okay.
So
I don't see anybody.
roll a perception check.
I probably don't see anybody. 16. Never mind.
Okay, so you peek into this cavern. Like I say, this is starting to like everything you've seen so far have been all like masonry, like worked stone, bricks, and torches lined all of the walls and gave you plenty of light. As you step into this cavern, it opens up. The air gets colder. It's actually kind of startlingly cold in there. Not like freezing, but like much colder than the rest of the area has been. The light grows dimmer. The light grows dimmer as the torches aren't as numerous as it gets into the bigger cave. So you can still see, but it's dim light. You see a couple. These here are. If I can actually click to ping them. There we go. This here and here are massive stalagmites. These columns coming out of the ground that have met up with stalactites on the ceiling to form a full column. You can hear maybe little drips of water. Steps you take, you have to be very careful to try because they echo, and a little spooky in here.
Okay, I'm gonna look back and be like, it looks clear. I'm gonna like motion forward, and I'm gonna start walking towards the entrance to the cavern.
Okay.
Alright.
So everybody.
Yep, let's move on out.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're Malachi is following along with you. He's not going to be saying much, but he's there.
He exists.
So, as you all come and enter into the cave, you all see the same thing. You see a couple bridges here. I'll just read the description. It says, a cold breeze fills this large natural cavern, carrying with it the faint scent of decaying flesh. A crevice divides the cavern and is flanked by two rough stone columns that support the 20-foot high ceiling. Two arched wooden bridges span the chasm.
Question.
Yes.
How secure do these bridges look?
They look functional.
Okay.
They're not like
Like if we
brand
put a halfling on it, would it fall through?
It's gonna fall.
potentially no. They
Okay.
look like I said, they don't look like they were just built yesterday, but they don't look like they're in any disrepair. They look perfectly functional.
Weren't made at the beginning of time.
Yeah, right. So, as you all walk in, Ethan. Yeah, you. How's it going?
Actually dies.
Ethan keels over dead.
He's about to
Wait,
A
become
new
Ethan,
character will
baby.
be back next week.
Wait
Alright,
a minute.
The rest of you.
There's something wrong with this stuff.
I didn't even tell you what happened yet, man. I just said your name.
Hello.
Here,
Okay.
I'll put
Did
the
you
evidence
laugh and
in.
choke on your water?
Ethan,
Yes.
as you walk into the room, you feel this strange tickle of sorts in your head. It's kind of like a mental itch that you can't quite scratch. It's very disorienting. And as quickly as it comes, it's gone. As it fades away, a little memory jumps kind of to the forefront of your mind. You're still here, you're not like on a vision quest or anything, but just a little memory flashes in your mind of a kind of dark cell. And it's it's one of your earlier, like your first clear memories. As you kind of wake up in a cell and look down at yourself, and horror and disbelief fill you. That's a little memory that just kind of oddly flashes to your head. Right.
Oh, boy.
So
Okay.
Yeah. Guess I'm kind of taken back, and I kind of start to even shake a little bit.
okay, you all
Some rattling.
yeah, all of you nearby kind of see Ethan. I mean, you might notice if you're right next to him, you're a little perceptive.
I'm right behind him.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Yarol, you notice he's you notice a bit of a tremble, a little bit of a shake.
Was it like just like a whisper? And I'm like, hey, Amon, you doing okay?
Well,
I'm too taken back to even I don't even register that you're speaking to me.
Yikes!
So as you kind of look at Ethan, I mean, he's
I'm
hard.
I'm
he's
starting
hard
to
to
look
read.
at my hands and stuff like that. Where
He's kind of phasing out. And as you continue to step into the cave, Yarol, you
Yes.
experience a similar, again, a little bit of a tickle in your head.
Oh,
a
boy.
strange mental itch. It fades. In your mind, a quick little memory jumps to the forefront. Of you and some colleagues running, kind of skulking off into the night away from a house that had just been picked clean, your bags full of newly acquired treasures.
Yikes!
reading piece of shit.
What would you
I
guys like to do?
was just take a moment, just shake my head, ugh.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak over yonder in that direction.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
16.
A little bit better. A little bit better.
Just a little bit.
Right. So you continue to you creeped up to. Go ahead, move your token to wherever you want to be.
I creep right here and then take another peek
Okay.
at over here.
You reveal a little bit more of the cavern. Over here, you see another entrance or exit, and then you actually see a passageway to the south. Looking at it, there's a bit of a draft coming from that direction. You gather that actually might lead outside. possibly another way in or out of the hideout.
It's always good to secure more escape routes, so I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay. The rest of you, what are you doing? You
I'm
all...
gonna,
Is it safe?
I'm gonna stealth over here to the bridge, right?
Okay.
Kind of stand on it.
Okay. So you walk up to the bridge. Thorn. Were you wanting to? Yeah. So you go to step on the bridge.
Oh no.
As you do,
Ah, damn it.
I'm gonna need you to give me
Should have checked for traps,
a
Spooky.
dexterity saving throw.
Should have checked for traps. Now they're gonna come in here and be like, God, my bridge!
That
fresh
does a
bridge
20. Not a nat 20.
Yeah. Okay. So you go to step, right, and up like the ropes that looked pretty solid, just snap. And luckily, you're quick enough to where you hop back onto safe ground as the bridge and kind of
That seems like a trap.
swings down and is hanging there in above.
How loud was this?
Not terribly. It wasn't
Could
like
we hear it?
yeah,
out
yeah.
here?
You hear a clacking as wood hits stone. Yes.
I wanna like try and rush past everyone over here just to like see what happened.
Okay.
Um,
So I'm assuming
You see what happened?
so you're up here. Moira, where were you?
Don't play with this bridge.
should be still back here. I'm waiting for the sneaky boy to come back.
Okay. Right.
Hey, sneaky boy.
Yeah.
Crane.
The sneak master.
Give me just a second.
I said Frank, and I was like, what? He's not.
No, not Frank.
I
Not
did so.
Malachi. No. All right.
Okay, TP'd out. It's accurate.
Right.
He
So.
Dalaran Hearth.
So Crane, as you walk forward, you start to you move to this other bridge. Looks pretty similar to the one on the northern side. Once again, there's
Same
a
mechanism, like.
it looks mostly the same.
Okay.
Are you checking it for traps?
Yes.
After I imagined you would. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me. And as you go.
While he's looking for traps, I'm just gonna kind of work my way.
Down towards
15.
Okay. You go and you check this one. This one looks good. You gather that the bandits in the area probably needed some way to get across, so they probably left one good bridge and left the one that they didn't use because, you know. But as you kind of bend down and you start feeling the ropes and checking to make sure they're not like, you know, already kind of cut, you feel this strange presence in your mind, a bit of a tickle. What same verse or second verse, same as the first. As this feeling goes, a memory comes to the forefront of your mind. You're in a house. You coming back from a successful job. A woman waits inside for you, and as you greet her, a massive club bashes in the wall next to you, and that's the end of that. But just a quick little flash. Do what?
You cut out for the last part, but.
It said as you walked in and greeted this woman, a massive like club bashes through the wall next to you, and that's for some reason you're kind of taken aback. Like, why is this coming up now? Like,
Yeah, I feel like Thorn would be the only one that would have seen this, but like, can you go away?
Toxic.
Okay. My mom's dog is like just peeking in and going, oh, no food. Just doing that. Okay. Anyways, Crane like jolts and you just kind of see him like set his jaw
So
and
yes,
tighten his grip on his weapon.
Thorn, you see him kind of stiffen up.
Cool.
This isn't an uncommon thing.
He might not take it for much.
You guys be kind of shifty a little bit. This is not.
Yeah, you might not think anything of it.
Sure.
That's fine. So yes, this bridge is okay.
Did you say there was something back here? Or
Yes, there's another passageway. Yes, back this way. There's another passageway. It goes around the corner. That's most of what you can see. Kind of back towards the entrance where you guys came in, but it's
I
not.
want to hop down this way just to kind of check this passageway and make sure that there's not going to be, somebody
Okay.
coming up our backside.
You go around the corner. You check. It's a hallway into another curve. You just keep going around to check the next
At
one.
this point, can I check for traps? Because
Sure.
I got burned a couple times.
Sure. Go ahead.
Shoot.
That's a perception check.
Yeah, that doesn't make it any better. That's a 6.
Okay. You take a look around. You look for any kind of strange tiles in the floor or anything. This area is going back into more worked stone, less of the natural, back to what you've been used to so far. Right. And then as you continue to look, it looks like a dead end.
I want to go investigate that wall.
Okay, you do. And and you've already seen one of these doors. It's another door like the one that Crane found earlier.
Okay.
It's not locked. You can
So I
creak,
can just
you can creak it open, and there's the first area where you entered.
All right, good to know.
So you have a secret passage back that way.
If we need to beat a hasty retreat, this is the way we're going, boys. Because that wonderful pitfall trap is not fun.
okay, so I'm gonna try to look back and get the attention of the rest of the party, like kind of like wave and then like
Okay.
motion them forward.
Alright,
You all begin to move
got
forward.
the all clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
But I'm gonna be like, don't smack shit.
As you all walk in,
But do talk shit.
as you all walk in, Moyer, you feel this strange, almost searching presence in your mind. It's uncomfortable. You don't like it, and you kind of focus like your willpower, and you kind of mentally shunt it out of your mind.
Okay. I guess I'll just kind of like furrow my brow a little bit, wondering what that was. But
Thong.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, it's something weird, kind of like a little bit of a tickle, but you just mentally push it out of your head.
all right.
Okay. Seeing so everyone started to move up, I'm gonna slowly cross the bridge.
Okay. You're crossing the bridge, kind of checking it, making sure that nothing's amiss with it. And as you're crossing, you hear something, kind of like a scratching of almost like scratching on stone, something like
I
that.
should have looked down before I went across the bridge.
Do you want to look down?
I'm gonna look down.
Okay, you look down. You see the crevice down below. As you kind of peek over the edge, that scent of decaying flesh hits you a bit stronger. It's hard to see down in the crevice, but there's something down there, like piles of something. You're not really quite sure what.
Where they dump bodies?
Great, it's a body pit.
I love body pits.
So,
I
which,
mean-
by the way, just as a note, that bridge that to the north that collapsed, if you wanted to, you could probably use as a bridge, like a ladder, to kind of like work your way down to the bottom if you wanted to go there.
Okay.
Okay, so is this gonna be like Fallout where we can just go through gold piles?
So you're midway out. You're about halfway through the bridge at this point, as you
Okay.
look down over.
Navi, what do you? That's a pizza guy here.
Don't worry.
Yes. I'm gonna cross,
Okay.
and
so
I'm gonna be
crossing.
like sneaky time.
Thorn.
Yes.
You feel the same presence. That is, to your knowledge, you don't know any of the other people have been experiencing it, but the strange tickle once again. This time you force it out of your mind. It felt like somebody. It almost felt like some sort of presence was trying to like look inside your head.
Hey guys, somebody's trying to look inside my head muscle.
Did you actually say that?
Yep.
I'm gonna look behind you and be like,
Crane
Like
from
somebody was going like this on the back of my head.
Behind him, I'm just like,
from behind you,
Sitting there
Crane.
tickle on the back of my head.
yeah.
You hear a little. Well,
Crane.
actually, it's kind of almost sourceless. You hear a laugh, a quiet kind of.
Oh no.
Did everyone hear that or just...
Actually, yes. And as you all try to look around and find a place, it's sourceless. It's weird. It's like it doesn't. It seems like
Glad
it's
I can
everywhere.
The
And-
psychic laugh.
Yes. As you kind of think about it more, you realize it came from inside your head.
So
This is some bad
everybody
juju.
heard the laugh, and I'm looking right at the rest of them like, you all heard that too, right? Like, we're not, it's not just me.
Yeah.
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 As long as I'm not done.
Secrets.
Uh oh. There are problems if he finds out my secrets, boys.
And
of problems.
out from behind that column to your right,
What are you talking about?
Crane, you
Oh,
see
well, yeah, I didn't even
a
think about
strange
that.
little creature pop out.
Dad?
Noni.
Strange
How's
little
that a
creature.
monkey?
That.
It's that's not a perfect. That's just kind of a place. It kind of looks like it. You see first peeking out from around the corner. You see one large green eye. A strange alien-looking creature with
I should have
spikes
crossbow.
coming out of its back and long claws on its fingers. Just kind of with a crazy smile on its face, looking at you. And Thorn, what?
Light crossbow. Take a shot.
You're shooting at it? Okay.
Yep. Don't worry about that crap.
Hey, I'm caught in the line of fire here, man.
You're gonna put
Okay. If it's able to pull like memories or something.
What was your attack roll?
Hold on. I'm finding that. 16.
16. Okay. So go ahead and roll damage. 4 damage.
He didn't
Okay.
say he hit it.
Do what?
Just making a joke and saying you didn't say that you hit it.
No, I hit the top.
Crane, how much damage you taking right now?
Alright. So
Joke's on you, he actually hit Ethan. It's
just
like,
trying to
yeah, it's like, oh
Alright,
no.
So
Is
you
this
fire a crossbow bolt at this thing. It kind of like glances off of its shoulder, leaves like a little bit of a cut, and it ducks back behind the column. And for now, doesn't seem to be interested in fighting you just yet.
So
It ducks
Right.
behind the corner, and so
does he disappear after he ducks behind the corner?
I mean, you can't see him, but he's behind a column.
Can't
It's
see
just
you.
like, no need for that.
You can't hide, you fiend.
God.
You don't belong in this world.
Oh my God.
Well, it kind of
Dang.
pokes its head back around the corner, kind of ready to pull back. Kind of takes a look at Thorn. Kind of glares at you a little bit.
I'm gonna.
You don't want to
Christopher,
die.
what the hell are
Look at my
you?
crossbow.
Willing to talk or not?
Why talk?
I'm gonna turn to Thorn. I'm just gonna be like. I'm gonna turn back to the creature and be like, reluctantly.
I want to call out for across the bridge. What do you want, Mon?
And then as it kind of peeks back around the corner and almost like ignores your question and looks straight at Ethan.
Oh no.
Goes.
Oh no!
It kind of cocks its head a little bit. It's like
I do the same.
you.
Oh no.
Interesting. Not alive.
Fuck.
Not
Do it again.
dead.
Noni.
I'm gonna shoot it.
And then as it goes, it turns then over to Crane, the closest one to it. Not a fan of hill giants, are we?
I'm gonna run at it after it said that.
Okay.
Out
In
of
that
blind
case,
rage.
roll for initiative.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh yikes! I think I'm going back to digital debt to this one. That sucked. Duh.
Quit! Oh my god, he's gonna start playing with my fucking dice again.
He's playing now.
No, don't eat it.
Well, what if he wants to?
That's what Binks does.
It's
What?
metal.
But what if he wants to?
Especially with all my like.
Initiatives. What do we got? All right.
Not good. That's what I got.
Wow.
All right. So first up with a 19, we have a very, very pissed off Crane. I don't know why, bro. You just need to calm down, man. I don't know what your problem, I don't know what your problem is. You're so aggressive. All right, so Crane's top.
Why you gotta be so rude, man?
Next
Come
up,
on, man.
we have
Slap the
Ethan
shit.
with a 16, Moyer with a 15. We have Thorn with a 14, and we have Yarol.
So,
I guess we're not gonna beat this.
Right.
I'll look for my D20. It was right there.
All right, Crane, you're up.
Is the
This strange creature is just kind of like looking at you from around the column. Its one large eye, kind of unsettlingly piercing. Oh, and by the way, when it talks, every time it talks, it's been inside your head. It's like very unsettling.
Wait. Was it individually when he said those things, or was it for everyone?
When he said to oh no, everyone could hear whenever he started mentioning
Oh.
why people were interesting. Yes.
Oh,
You-
yikes.
You all heard
Oh.
this thing look right at Ethan and say, "Not alive, not dead."
not dead.
Oh.
Yikes.
Oh,
And
Oh.
We're
and
gonna-
the
we're
thing
gonna
is set
stab it.
Crane. So you know exactly what set Crane off. Go ahead and roll an attack.
16.
But I
And
don't know
now,
why.
is a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit, yes.
Okay. I'd be remiss if it didn't.
What
2,
if he's not a bad guy?
3. So that's 6 for the first attack. And
beautiful chicken.
It's 9 for the second attack.
What was the hit on
To
the
hit?
second attack? Because I heard a 16. What was the other one?
Nat 20.
Oh, well then yeah. Okay, what was the damage on the second
That
one?
might hit.
The second one was 9.
9 damage. Okay. I was like, oh, well, yeah, I guess that'll hit. All right. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you rush forward in kind of a blind rage and just hack once into this thing, cutting it just right from kind of like hip to shoulder, right up the front, as this just strange green blood splatters out, and then you come around with what's your secondary weapon?
Short sword. There are 2 short swords.
Okay. So, and then the other one you kind of bring down and jab over the top into its shoulder. The thing kind of shrieks, and then, but again, it's inside your head that you have not heard this thing make a noise with its mouth. And so, right.
All right.
Next up, Ethan.
Okay. Such a lost place right now. I'm actually going to. Can I push past?
Thorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of space on either side. He's not on the bridge just yet. I'll say sure.
I'm not that big.
I don't feel correct.
20. Oh no. I wanted to try to stop Jonah.
Okay. Yes, we'll give it a second. But yeah, so as you
I'm gonna run up and just like try to. Okay, we're gonna try to kind of like hold him back. But then also ask the creature, just like, how do you know so much?
So you're gonna try to grapple then, I guess.
I guess.
Well, all right. We'll see when he comes back. We'll see if.
Basically, I want to see like if I can talk to him, because if he doesn't, yeah, obviously I'm gonna try to grapple him.
What a time for him to go.
I know.
But
We
yeah,
have to go
as
get some food
you
today.
run up, I mean, you see Crane.
Yeah.
And Crane, for the
Angry.
most part, Crane, he's not been necessarily completely calm and collect. He's been a bit of a jerk sometimes, but he's never completely lost his cool like this before.
Oh wait, I probably won't try to grapple him actually. Depends on how this conversation goes.
So, but
Right.
yes, you all heard him mention hill giants.
He's just gonna take a nap. Not gonna
Oh.
kill him. Unless it's like this guy's like Freddy Krueger, because then that's fucking terrifying.
Freaking here, I can show you a picture of it.
Sure.
Go for it.
Let's show you a picture of what you're now currently fighting.
Tyler, you got your monster biology book?
Don't.
Unfortunately.
I actually don't know the name of it.
Ah,
Oh, I've seen that before.
That's what you're fighting.
Cute.
no.
Pets. No.
It
It could be our
seems
own golem.
it
There you
seems strange. It seems alien. I mean, originally it didn't seem. It was extremely unsettling, but it was hard to tell if it was originally hostile. It might be hostile
He does-
now.
I mean, yeah, he didn't seem hostile before.
So
We were just interesting, but then now we've tried to murder it. So...
yes, pretty much. All right,
Hi.
Crane. You left at the perfect time. So, Ethan, go ahead and describe what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I sprinted past Thorn and across the bridge, completely ignoring whatever's down there, and I wanted someone to actually. Oh, never mind. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just like, why are you attacking it? I don't even know if it's dangerous or a foe.
I don't care at this point.
So he is not letting up. Like he is hacking away at this thing.
They can read my mind. That's a no-no. Probing my secrets and telling everybody. That's I don't really care if it's
So-
hostile at this point.
So
You're not the only one that's put
He's
behind.
so he's not. So you're running up. You get this.
And some secrets are more
most-
tempting than that.
the more for right now, this is all happening very quickly. All you can really gather is that he is not interested in slowing down.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So I'm just like, I know we don't know each other very well, but I think you need to calm down. I'm gonna try to put him to sleep.
All right. You cast sleep. Is that a saving throw or
No, he rolls.
I roll HP
for hit
to see
points?
if I can-
Yeah.
Which I
Okay.
need to see how many dice it is. 5d8.
It's an amount.
Yeah, it is.
I can guarantee that much. It's an amount of dice.
5. 32.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I have 17.
Okay. So, Crane, you're slashing, doing a number on this alien creature, and as you are hacking away at it, Ethan tries to kind of reason with you a little bit. You just kind of brush him off, and then Ethan casts a spell, and everything starts to go dark as Crane falls asleep
Sorry if this thing's like Freddy Krueger.
on the floor.
Oh,
So
F.
I'm gonna say, I do have to say, when it comes to PvP, you got to be careful. But this isn't a damaging spell, so I think this is okay. Right.
Yeah, it's not like
I mean,
malicious.
he
or
may be
anything.
pissed at you when he wakes up, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Okay,
We'll
Ethan.
cross that bridge when we get there. Hopefully, it doesn't
is there anything
collapse.
else you wanted to do?
Right.
If I can talk it.
Wait, you can what?
Talk
Okay.
to the.
Oh.
So this is where you ask, how do you know so much?
Yes.
Okay. Next up, Boyer. So you see a crane fly off the handle, slash up this strange creature, and then pass out as Ethan comes up to it. Which it's a spell you guys have seen before. You know it's not lethal.
Do I see him talking?
Yeah, you
Or
see him
no?
trying to make contact with this creature.
Okay, then I guess I'll try to confirm. I'll walk here and ready an Eldritch Blast
Okay.
just in
For
case communication
just-
goes down.
just in case, like, he does something aggressive, or
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's fine. Next up, Thorn.
I'm going to hop over here,
the walkie talk.
and then I think I'm going to go to there.
Can you have a bottle of water?
I want to try and close the distance around behind it and ready in action in case he decides to come out.
Okay. So that's all that you're doing. All right. Next up is the creature. Right. So it's kind of like wildly looking around. It sees you, Thorn, come up behind it, and its eye kind of like starts to shift color a little bit. Kind of goes from like a green to almost like an orangey color, as it kind of like pulses that color a little bit. It kind of swaps back and forth between it. So Ethan, you asked, how do you know so much?
Mhm.
And well, right now this thing's just pissed. It's
Ah.
just like, nasty humans.
I'm not human. Well, I'm pretty sure most of his
A
party
lot
isn't
of us
human.
aren't human.
Well, the one that slashed at it was.
That's fair. You gotta be there.
Well, he's asleep now.
And it kind of it spins to look at Thorn, and again that eye is still kind of like pulsing with this strange energy, and
I'm just standing there holding my crossbow ready.
and
to
it
shoot
just kind of like mentally like hisses at you. It's just gonna like
It's not hard to pull a trigger, buddy.
Leave. Leave.
Pull trigger.
You're pulling the trigger?
Is that considered aggressive?
I mean, it's up to you, man. Are you pulling the trigger on this or not?
Yeah, let's pull the trigger. Let's do it.
All right, roll to attack.
Well, does a 9 hit?
No, it dodges
Okay.
to the side, and then as you do that, that pulse, that strange pulsing energy, its eye goes this bright orange as it this light funnels onto you, and I'm going to need a
Oh, that's not good.
Constitution saving throw.
That is good.
So there's a visual light to this?
Do what?
There's a visual light to it hitting Thorn or whatever?
Yeah, it's some strange energy that's shooting out from its eye. What'd you get?
Is that your Eldritch Blast?
That was a nat 1.
All right. So
Yikes.
as you right, as this energy hits you, it's like you kind of feel this pain from inside your flesh as bits of your skin start to crack and turn sickly. And even the outer layers of your hands and stuff kind of start to slough off a little bit.
That is terrifying.
And you take...
Yeah.
You take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Great, I'm a leper.
Alright. And so, I guess we'll continue on with the initiative order, because at this point, it's back to trying to... It's looking feral. Yarl, you're up.
Okay. So I'm gonna move over here. What I think I'm gonna do is I am going to use my Fey presence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to attempt to charm it, and only it. And it must make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, let me check real quick.
I have a feeling it probably can't be charmed.
This is potentially true, and that would be unfortunate. However,
let's see real quick. Read off the description of it real quick to me.
When you have time, can you get
Fey presence once per short rest as an action can cause each creature in a 10-foot. Okay, I guess it does. I guess it is each creature. Ooh. In a 10-foot cube from you to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 13, or become charmed or frightened by you, your choice, until the end of your next turn.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Ugh, I ate too much pizza.
Yeah, you did. Those are big.
Alright, that's a nat 1.
Oh!
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to calm it down.
Alright, let me see real quick what the charmed condition does.
Got you.
Doesn't it make regard the caster as a friendly acquaintance?
A charmed
that.
creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with the creature. Okay. It will not attack you.
Because
You.
I want to.
Yeah.
Essentially, I want to try to calm it down. I want to.
It will not attack you. It's So when it looks at you, like a little bit of that aggression kind of fades, and then as it looks back at everyone else, as it looks at everyone else, it flares right back. So anytime it looks at you, calms down a little bit. Looks at anybody else, it's right back.
Yikes.
So
I was hoping to calm it down.
you might have the opportunity to do that with advantage with the whole social interaction thing, but in this scenario, after it's been burnt twice,
That's fair.
I'm sorry, dude, it ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
But it won't attack
Unfortunate.
you, so you're safe.
However, understandable. I don't look at anything for a bonus action.
Crane, dude,
Mhm.
Ethan, does sleep? Does he get an option to wake up, or is it only if he gets hit and or the spell ends? How does that work? Guess I can pull that up.
And sleeper takes damage or someone to take or slap the sleeper awake.
Okay. So yeah, Crane's asleep. It is back to you, Ethan. This thing is pissed. Is very pissed looking.
I don't even know what to fucking do now. Don't make me use all my spell slots to put all the troublemakers to sleep.
Fucking troublemakers? Are you shitting me?
Yeah. Like, something interesting happens and you
Ethan.
instantly go and fucking murder it?
Ethan, what do
Yeah,
you
if it's
do?
still in my secrets.
I think another secret. Oh man, you hate
Ethan.
Hildryan's
What are you doing?
thinking of what I'm going to have to do because I don't think I can talk to this thing.
He's got a meathead standing behind it.
The situation looks tricky.
Yeah, that I always feel like I'm just like
I'm gonna yell
I
at
think I'm
everyone.
sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell at everyone to like not attack it. Just like it hasn't done anything to us.
Okay. So you all hear Ethan shout out, which doesn't happen often.
If ever.
Twice now you've heard it.
And then I'm gonna say to it, I'm sorry, as you know, people don't like things that are different, and
That's about all you can get out with
Yeah.
your turn. All right. Next up, Moyer.
welcome to the
Tricky situation.
boat.
Welcome to the. Kind of this thing, like with your like
Okay.
thick fingers, they go.
Is that what that was?
I never sleep real good.
What do you do?
I guess I hold an action. I don't.
I know what you do.
Oh, by the way, actually, I forgot you were holding an Eldritch Blast. So when it chucked the rotting gaze thing at the elf,
Yeah,
did that?
I didn't mean to fire that.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that then, because I totally forgot about that. So go ahead and roll for that damage.
I got a natural one.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Nat one's
So-
all around.
so-
Everybody gets a nat one.
I tried.
it's like a magical misfire of sorts. It's like there's so much going on and there's so much chaos you go to throw, and it just like your concentration on it, it just gone. It just fizzles. It's like nothing.
F.
So now you can hold another Eldritch Blast for another aggressive action if you want to, or
Yeah.
No, I hear about half of Warlocks have that.
Sounds good.
that's what you're gonna do. All right, next up, Thorn. It's your go.
It's not one, it's the other.
This thing just did something to you.
I'm shooting in the eye with a crossbow bolt.
Roll your attack.
That's 22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
All right. Or 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. You missed the eye, but you manage to catch it. Kind of its hand comes up and it shoots it right through the hand, or the strange foot, hand, claw. You're not exactly sure what that is.
Freddy Krueger thing.
All right. Was there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I got.
It is now the creature's turn. Creature's gonna look right back at you, and then it is going to slash at you with its claws.
Oh, fabulous.
First attack. That's a 7. I don't think that hits.
That'll be enough.
Then it's a 6. Okay.
That
So
is a negatory Ghost Rider.
There is
So-
a trash can.
so as it slashes out at you, it's just like, again, it almost seems feral at this point. and its attacks are unfocused, and it's just wildly swinging in your direction. It's kind of like, ah! Ah!
I just imagine I'm like Supermaning it off my chest, just like. Ah!
And then it's gonna go ahead and pivot around you to the north side.
Shit. Well,
Yikes.
And yeah, so that ends its turn. Meaning Yarol, you're up.
Oh, fuck. I don't want to perpetuate because I'm with Ethan on this. Like, I feel like we could like
come on,
not.
it's attacking me 3 times now.
Hostile environment.
Attacked it first!
I mean, yeah.
Yarol, you guys
We're
can
in
talk
hostile
about
environment,
You guys can talk
surrounded
about
by
it
hostile
after.
creatures.
You don't get to talk
Oh,
about it
wait.
mid-fight. If you gotta use an action for that. What do you want to do, Yarol?
Use an action for what?
If you want to like talk or like shout out something, I mean it depends on how much you want to say, but I'm just saying this is all happening very quickly, so there's no time for like full conversations in between.
Yeah. I just kind of want to shout to Thorn to just stop attacking it, give it some space, and it might calm down.
It attacked my head muscle. I don't want to not attack it.
So you're not entirely sure if it's hard to gauge his
Oh, I
reaction
think-
at this point, but you have an idea of what he might be thinking. All right. Do you have a bonus action you want to do for anything?
I do not.
Okay. Next up, we're back to the top of the order. Crane, you're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's nothing to be done about that, huh? Well,
How long does it last?
all right. A minute? I
10
think?
turns.
10 minutes?
How many days have
Jeez.
passed?
I mean, it's really good at low levels. It kind of scales poorly. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Ethan.
At this point, but you should probably just be like, punch by like, I wash my hands of this, like, and then you kill it.
Just walk away, bro.
No!
And then you kill it.
I
What do you
can't
do?
walk away!
Throw a
Walk
net.
away, bro.
Throw a net! Fashion a net, and then entrap.
What do you do, Ethan?
I'm just gonna try to reiterate.
Okay.
Stop!
Ethan
Hacking it.
is emphatically trying to convince the group to slow your roll. All right, next up, back to Moyer.
Just like to point this out.
You're holding.
Hold fast, yeah.
Hang on. It attacked with
He
claws.
attacked Thor.
I keep forgetting.
Oh my god.
Are you?
Strike it.
You need to be more specific about how you're holding this.
Yeah. Well, if you're
I
holding an
literally said-
action, let me know when you're using it.
I was not here when you attacked Thorn, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes. That one's a 18, I think?
18 hits. Roll damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, that's bad.
What's in the chat there? Man?
7 damage.
oh, I
7 damage.
pulled up on my phone again.
You send out this blast of energy. It hits it kind of in the stomach as more of this green blood continues to pour from it. It's starting. If it looked feral before, now it's looking desperate.
Okay, yeah.
Now
Well,
it's
no,
your
the-
actual turn.
Thorn.
No, it's
Yeah,
still
let's do
Moyer's
it.
turn because that was his reaction. So
Oh, man. Guess we're following.
do what?
So I guess we're following. It's running away, right? Yeah.
So you're moving up next to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you move up, it kind of wildly looks at you and back at Thorn. Thorn, you're up.
Would it take a full action to drop my crossbow and draw my greatsword?
Yes. It's
Damn.
obnoxious. It's obnoxious, I know.
Then I will just shoot it with the crossbow again.
All right, you're gonna roll with disadvantage because it's right next to you.
No. Okay, that's not that bad. 13.
13 does not hit.
Damn.
So you fire a crossbow bolt at it. It is right up on top of you, and it ducks down underneath it as the bolt goes off and hits the cave wall, shattering against it. It is the creature's turn. The creature is going to back up along towards the bridge. And once again, it's going to use that same light. I need a Constitution saving throw from Thorn.
Wait, could you not get a?
23.
Can you not get an attack of opportunity?
Thorn can't. Moyer could.
I was going to say yes. Crossbow out.
Yeah, the crossbow, since it's a ranged weapon, does not get an opportunity.
Unless I had read.
Moyer, who's got his quarterstaff, as the thing starts to move away, you can if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. At this point, it's just going to draw more attention
Okay.
by whoever else is here. Yeah, I'm going to.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack.
Say 16.
16 hits. Roll damage.
Where's my D8? Where's my D8? Okay. 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. So, Thorn, I mean, you passed it anyway, but you didn't have to make the Constitution saving throw. Because as it backs away, Moyer jabs in with his quarterstaff kind of in the hole left behind by the Eldritch Blast and just right up into the chest cavity, hits something vital as it gurgles and then dead on the ground.
God fucking damn it!
I loot the body.
There's a dead body and there's
I'm gonna go
a sleeping crane.
Yeah, it's
Thorn,
green,
you,
and
there's
I'm gonna, like,
there's
pick him
no
up, and
there's
I'm
no
gonna slap
pouches,
him.
there's no bags, there's nothing on it.
He has an
Doesn't it have
eye.
like a creepy eye monster pouch?
What?
Does it have a creepy eye monster pouch?
No, he's got nothing on him. He's just
Okay,
just a
so you
strange
woke
creature.
me up.
So yes, and you start to wake up. Things kind of went dark while you were fighting that thing. You wake up to Ethan kind of like, waking you up, smacking you on the face, however he wants to do it.
So I'm gonna be standing while he's waking up with my greatsword just in this thing, like ha, like I killed it.
Right, yes, you valiantly
So when I
stabbed
see
this
you
dead
like over me,
creature.
wake me up, like I rolled to the side and I stood up, I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. I feel you're the magic one, really.
I'm talking about you, not it.
Yeah.
The creature in a hostile environment, surrounded by enemies, that could probe our minds. We're telling everybody secrets.
Oh my god. Some secrets are more threatening than others. You having a dislike for hill giants is nothing.
I don't care about your secrets. My mind is my mind, and I will kill anyone who attempts to get in it.
Well, not everyone shares that view.
Side note. Once again, this is probably the most you've heard Ethan talk in a while. Again, the voice, it kind of lacks the natural timbre that a normal voice has. Again, it sounds almost like it's being spoken inside a cave. Well, obviously you're in a cave, but it sounds hollow.
A second cave.
Cave.
It's a cave within a cave.
Cave subset.
Cave.
So,
Cave.
yes.
Blah.
Anybody who would like to can make a, let's say, Arcana check.
No.
I can actually do that. for
Anybody
once.
who's decent at an Arcana check can roll one to see if they know what this creature was. 15?
An unnatural 20.
15.
19.
19. Okay. Boyer,
Yes.
you look at this creature. You can tell it's not obviously it's not a natural thing. You've heard
Complain?
you know
Would I
it's
know?
you know it's alien something. It's some sort of aberration. It's something that does not necessarily belong on this plane. Whether it was twisted into this form or from another plane, you're not entirely sure. But you do know this thing. You've heard stories of a creature called a Nothic, and you have heard that this strange creature has the ability to kind of see, potential to see into people's minds and glean secrets from them. That's about that's about as much as you know. And then you had the lovely experience of finding out that they can also apparently start to rot the flesh of things that anger it.
Neat.
Yeah, I bet that did hurt a lot. What's your max HP?
Okay. Can I go and look what's inside this crevice? I have dark vision, so I should be able to see whatever it is.
Okay. You look in. You see piles. You look in certain corners, and there's bodies.
Are they all wearing red and other things?
It might be hard to tell, but they don't look like the color from this distance. But they don't look like bandits.
They don't look like bandits.
No, they don't look like the standard. Like, they're not wearing the cloaks that you've seen on the bandits.
Are they human?
So do we want
They look humanoid. It's hard to, again, you'd have to get a little bit closer to tell.
Oh god. So do we soap on?
I was going to say,
This whole man's career.
Thorn's a little strapped for cash, so how far down is it to, like...
The bottom of the crevice?
Yeah.
The crevice.
Remember, we can use the bridge to the ladder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The crevice.
But still good information.
Is about. Let me find it real quick. Right. All right. So it's about 20 feet deep. It's 5 to 10 feet wide at different parts of it.
Okay.
But yeah, about 20 feet down.
Can I climb down the what used to be a bridge but is now a ladder?
Yeah, using that and then finding other holds onto the walls. Yes, you can work your way down into the crevice.
Oh.
And then
Well, I'm gonna
as you climb down, the air kind of gets colder as you go, and as you reach the bottom, it's unnaturally cold down there.
Like a freezer?
Kind of. And you see remnants of bodies, half-eaten, bones not on. You see one in particular that looks fairly fresh. They look like, I mean, the others are hard to tell what they used to be. This one looks like a commoner. Looks like maybe just an average townsfolk. It's a male. Male human.
I want to start looting bodies.
I'm gonna lean over the edge. You find anything interesting down there?
Bodies.
As you start looking through, so you start sifting through people, and it seems like all of their goods have been stripped off of them. As you look around, you do see in the side of one of the walls here, so kind of like underneath where the bridge was, you see a little kind of hole in the wall there. And as you kind of duck down and look inside, you see a little small wooden chest.
I swear to God, if this is a mimic, as I reach my hand in to go for the chest.
Okay.
I want to look for traps before I touch the chest or before I stick my hand in this stupid hole.
Okay. Roll. I'm gonna say you're right up on top of it. Roll an investigation check.
That will be 14.
Okay. You pull this. You don't see anything that looks immediately dangerous, and as you pull it further out, you get a better look at it. Take a look around, make sure there's not any strange mechanisms on it. It's a fairly. It's not like a tall chest, but it's kind of fairly wide, kind of narrow. Doesn't look to be trapped.
Okay.
You open it.
Can I open it?
Sure. You open it up, and there's kind of a hodgepodge of interesting things in here. Potentially things taken off of some of the villagers, potentially other things that don't look like they normally would belong. So, for starters, you find 160 silver. You find 120 gold. You find 5 malachite gems. So little gemstones. Look, they might be worth a little bit of something. You find 2 vials of that red glowy liquid, so 2 potions of healing.
Okay.
You also find a scroll. You don't exactly know what this is a scroll of, but you find a scroll. And most interestingly, inside of it, you find a longsword. This longsword looks better than like, say, the longswords you found in the little storage room earlier. Those are just kind of like function over form. This longsword is beautiful. As you pull it out, you see there's a name inscribed on it, and it says Talon. Its hilt is worked in with the shape of a bird of prey with outspread wings. If you'd like, yeah, roll a history check.
Alright, let's see what we know.
While this is happening, I'm gonna check to see if the creature has teeth. The one that we killed. Does it have like a mouth?
That's a 2.
Okay. You look at it, and you're like, huh. It's a badass looking sword. Unless, you particularly don't like birds, I guess. But, yeah.
Fucking birds.
That's a nice sword.
So
Yes, it does have teeth. Jonah, you were out. But that's what it looks like.
Oh.
Okay.
That's the
yeah,
creature.
I'm glad I killed it. Oh my god, that's terrifying.
So, yes, it has teeth.
The longsword, is it just a bog standard longsword? It's just super pretty.
It is a nice looking longsword. You would have to take some more time with it in order to figure out if it's anything more than a nice looking longsword.
Okay.
So you'd have to spend some time with
trying
it.
to figure out how to classify the thing.
Yeah. So in as 5e, if you spend half an hour with an object, you can attune to it. You will learn its properties, things like that. It also, there's the danger of it opening you up to curses. There's identify spells that can circumvent that. But, there's not a whole lot of cursed items out in the world, per se. So,
Or so
are
they
you
say.
gonna show that sword around?
right now he's at the bottom of the crevice and nobody else joined him, I don't think. So,
I was looking at the monster.
so
Hey.
he's rummaging through bodies right now, as far as you know. Well, with whatever's down there, you can kind of start to gather within the smell. There's something dead down there. So, what would you like to do? Were you getting teeth from it, or?
No, I was mainly seeing if there was I was trying to find out if there was a thing eating those bodies.
There's a good chance. There's a very good chance. So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, I want to look down this passage. I want to sneak down this passage and take a peek.
Okay. So,
I don't want to go down it.
which I guess you can probably see down here a little ways. You see some stairs descending down, and there's a hallway. Once you get back into the more well-worked stone areas, you see it's a lot better lit. So you see down the stairs, you see a door to the left, and then the hallway continues further down to the right. But as you move up this way, you're gonna peek around here. Kind of the same story, really. You see a hallway. This hallway has
Yeah, it was in my
2
sexual
doors.
That makes sense.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's one more than normal.
is an abnormal number of doors.
So if Thorn is still down there, I'm gonna go over the edge and be like, "You find anything good?"
Nah, bruv.
You money grabbing piece of fucking shit.
You realize if you come up here with a
Let's
beautifully
spend
crafted
one gold.
sword that you didn't have before, Crane's gonna be like, "You lying to me, bro?"
I found a sword.
Neat.
I put on my best dumb face.
I mean, are you climbing back up to the top?
Yeah, at this point, I'm done.
Okay. You
You
climb
know,
back up.
Climbing through bodies is gross.
Yeah, you see this sword that looks much more fancy than any of the other swords you've seen around. It looks like it might have some significance to it. You're not entirely sure.
Is it a hot item? Like, would I know what it is?
Roll a history check. If anybody would like to roll a history check, if you think
That's
your
a
character
6.
would be no, you look at the sword, you gather maybe an heirloom of some sort.
Well, mainly I was wondering if like I would know if this sword was like a stolen item or something. Or...
You don't know. Like I say, all
Okay.
you could tell is it might be again some sort of heirloom or something. You're not sure. So anybody who feels like their character would be looking into this sword, feel free to roll a history check.
I got 18, but I don't think I would know
Okay.
what it would be.
18. Moyer, you kind of gather that this is a sword from. You kind of take a look at it, and it like kind of, I guess, like echoing Crane. Yeah, it looks like could have been an heirloom. You know that the manor. You kind of heard that the Tresendar is named after a family. There was a knight known as Aldith Tresendar, who was known as the Black Hawk. And so, Black Hawk, looking at the sword, could have been it. Just some stories you've heard as you've traveled around.
My curiosity's been sated. I'm gonna sneak down this passage.
Okay. You see the two doorways on either side of you, and there's stairs.
I'm going to.
I'm gonna
Alright.
grab my sword and follow it.
I'm gonna like.
So while you guys are doing that, Yarol, what you up to?
I kind of actually want to pull Ethan aside
Right.
if he's available.
Okay.
Giggity.
Not giggity, but okay.
So
Not
so
giggity, actually.
we'll say this is happening while Crane was peeking around corners in the hallways,
Splish,
and
splash, splish,
and
splash.
Thorn was
In the
rooting
blood.
in crevices. So
So maybe pull him like over here, like closer to the wall, just to get farther from everyone else.
you're mostly
Preferably.
out of earshot unless Moyer's around.
You're sleeping around.
Goddamn eyes. So I'm just gonna like pull him aside, and be like, "Hey, man, like, I don't mean no offense with this, but like,
You dead, bruh?
but what could the creature been talking about per se?"
Uh-oh.
As you kind of look at Ethan, the light's still dim here. That glowing that you've noticed in his mask, the green glow, is a little bit more noticeable just due to the light.
Nervous, like kind of like looking from like side to side, like how do I even get with this? What do I do?
Luckily, Derek's another abomination, so.
Wow.
It's fair.
Yeah, and as
Well,
you get a better look at Yarol, I mean, he towers.
No,
he's
yeah,
tall.
no.
He's lean. He's also a little unnatural looking. Honestly, he doesn't look completely normal.
Yeah. Stone seems. Well, as I was saying to to Moyer, Crane. I mean, whoops. Uh, everyone has secrets, and uh, like picture being able to. Oh my
Oh.
God, rest in peace.
Where you go?
Oof.
All right, cool. He's dead.
there.
Oh,
He's dead.
I muted my mic and Discord crashed. So
In response.
it was like,
Alright,
"I'll
that's
mute
fine.
your mic, motherfucker."
Continue on. Continue on.
Okay, like I said, all of us have secrets.
Right.
I'm kind of like unwrap some of my hand to show that it's just your bone,
Yeah.
Are you?
As
and then
instance-
like move it to show that I am moving of it.
Are you undead, Mon? Innocence?
I'm not really sure what I am.
Well, I assume it wasn't your choice, and yeah, I don't have a fleeting background myself. Since you've been forthcoming, I'll be real. I used to be a bandit, pillager, murderer.
Wait,
Bad
am I
days.
hearing this?
Nope,
I'm
you're busy
so
looting. You
fucking,
don't hear
like,
nothing.
All right.
I am amazed right now. I don't even know you.
In the meantime, Moira, what are you doing?
I was assumed going over to look at the sword because that's what they were doing.
Okay,
right?
so you're gonna go take a look. Okay, so you're over with Thorn, as Thorn comes up with his shiny new sword.
Yeah.
Crane, you're...
Absolutely amazed right now.
Those days are behind me. I met a friend who turned my life for the better, per se.
You don't care about what I am?
I have no place to judge, and I've been a very
Yeah, I just gotta like, bam, hug.
just gonna perk up.
Trying to talk, just like bam, hug.
I'm just gonna like
So-
slowly return it, just like not like just like caught off guard, like oh this is happening now. Okay.
In order to kind of like, if you want to like pat him on the back, you have to like
Yeah, I
reach
know.
down. He's kind of like, his face is like flat on your stomach. I mean, he's like around your waist because you're freaking tall.
Pat and pat.
Yeah, I'll like
Um,
slowly return it. I'm just caught off guard by the sudden hug.
But yes, Ethan,
Sudden embrace.
as you go to hug
Yeah.
him, it's just this feeling of like, for the first time, you realize you haven't hugged anybody since, you know.
Yeah? This is the first time that anyone's ever been like, okay
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I imagine it's a big thing. I won't tell the others, of course.
Yeah, after they don't seem to like things that are different. I'd really appreciate it if you could keep this to yourself.
Absolutely, of course, man.
And if you have any ideas to basically kind of hide this, especially after him, well, whatever that thing was, sharing everything, that'd be great.
If I come up with anything, I'll let you know as soon as I do.
Thanks.
Of course, man.
As this awkward hug comes to a close, you kind of just sheepishly kind of step back. Maybe not entirely sure what to do with that interaction.
Maybe not entirely sure your sexuality. That's,
You guys done over there?
I'm over here,
Crane,
and I'm
Crane
gonna.
is going to the doors. Thorn, Moira, you've checked out the sword. You've kind of figured out what it's all about. What you do with that information is up to you. And right, so Crane, you're going down the hallway.
I'm
You
gonna
see two
test.
doors.
Well, actually, I'm gonna look for traps
Okay.
before I test them. I'm gonna see if I can test these 2 doors, see if they're open.
Okay, both of them look unlocked. If you want to check for traps, go ahead and roll perception.
14.
All right.
Well, perception, then 17.
17. Okay. Right. So you go up to the doors. They on both sides they look fine. You don't see any other traps or anything on them. You do, however, on the door to your left, you kind of stop for a moment and you hear voices. Several voices.
I'm gonna turn to Thorn.
They sound jovial. Sometimes there's an angry shout, but just general banter. I will.
Is there a keyhole I can peer through, or like, can I listen?
No, it's a solid door.
Okay.
All right, give me just a second. I'll be right back. I gotta put ferrets up.
Okay.
Break time. I'm going to the bathroom.
I hope you do well.
Going to the bathroom? Doing
Uh-huh.
listen?
I can't say I'm not tempted.
Don't tempt me with. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Bailey, where's the water? How are you thirsty, hoe?
Alright. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna get some water.
Alright.
It's break time, I guess.
All right, yeah, we can do a break if you want to.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's like taking a moment to get some water or something. Might get
fine.
some food too.
Yeah, I guess try to be back within like 5 minutes.
Okay, don't even look
Sure,
to see if you're
break
off.
time, half time, whatever. Be back.
I know I'm not. I left before you did. I'm not a hoe.
No. All right. How's everybody in the stream doing? We're gonna take a break. We'll be back soon. Hope you guys are enjoying. Emotional Skelly boy. Yeah. Yeah, he's not like much of this group. He's been through a lot. Which a lot of you guys have gotten some insight into.
I'm gonna take that out.
You turn on the fan or is that too loud?
We'll mute Jonah for now until he comes back.
Oops.
So, you know, fucking hate Crane and
is that satanic noise?
Alright. So just need Derek back, I guess. Yeah, I heard the ferrets outside clawing at my door. They've been playing out in the hallway, and I was
What do you want from me?
putting them back in their cage so they can eat and
You
drink
have to
and all
get
that
up and
stuff.
go get water.
They crapped all over my floor, but I'll have to clean that up later.
I mean, that's fair for you.
They've got a litter box out there. They just aren't interested.
I wouldn't be if I could just shit wherever I wanted with no consequences.
Yeah, I try to give it consequences. I just think they forget. Or most of the time,
The brains are
Yeah.
like this big.
most
They're like
of the time
this.
I'll go out there and it's just like there's a crap on the floor, and I'm like, I have no idea how long it's been there. They probably forgot about it. So it's like, honestly, it wouldn't do any good.
How
If I
many
try to
ferrets
put
do
them
you
in
have?
timeout or something like that, it's not gonna freaking matter. I got two.
So,
Yeah. And
Well,
also, which one did it?
Well, yeah. I mean, both of them. There's three craps out in the hallway. I'm pretty sure it's at least, one apiece.
So,
All right. Derek, you back?
yep.
All
hey, I
right.
do have a question. What
Sure.
what else was in that box? Because I was hurriedly trying to get everything down.
Okay.
And I
You've got
the
that's fine.
gems,
So you've got the
I got
sword.
the long
You've,
sword.
you've
I
got
got
two
three
healing
tokens of
potions.
healing.
Just
Yeah.
the basic level.
Yeah.
You've got you've got a scroll of some sort.
Okay.
160 silver, 120 gold, and then 5 small malachite gems.
Okay.
They're look like they could be worth a little bit of money.
I have good connection.
Oh,
He didn't share us.
So
I know.
All right, off topic. Derek, are you gonna buy this fucking game or what?
What?
Vampire
Alright.
Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
probably.
Okay.
Just
Pretty
like,
dope.
We all
'cause,
back.
like, I played the first, and I was like, holy shit. So when I saw
Yeah.
that trailer, I'm
You're
like,
making a second one?
holy shit. Yeah!
It's looking pretty fire, dude.
That's like one of
Also-
my favorite games.
Yeah, I was saying the trailer,
Alrighty then. As we all come back, I don't mean to be rude, but
That was rude.
All right, I'm being
That's
rude.
fine. Wait,
All right, Crane,
2020?
what?
you
Suck my
hear
dick.
Crane,
Yeah.
you hear those voices, and
They're
you
playing
walk
the
back to the
trailer.
group. I think you said to let them know.
There we go.
Well, yeah, I turned to Thor and I was like,
There we go.
when I heard the door. I mean, I'm gonna whisper and be like, "There's people behind the door on that door."
Okay. I got my sword. Let's do this.
Like, I'm gonna go behind you. I don't see anyone. I'm like, God, can you go get the rest of them?
Fine.
What's going on over here?
Hey guys! There are people down here.
Hey, kids, want to see a dead body?
Hey kids. Want some candy?
So the rest of you, as you're
Watch
so
you
again,
several dead
as
bodies.
you're Moyer, you're right there with them, so you probably hear this as well. You see Yarol and Ethan kind of walk up to.
Okay, well, I know they're coming, so I'm gonna peek open the door as quietly as I can.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Yikes. 10.
Okay. That is just high enough. So you creak open the door. It makes a little squeak, but over the voices on the inside, it doesn't seem like they hear it. So you take a peek inside, and you see a table surrounded by
Are they gambling?
4 red brands. I'll just read the description for you. Several worn tables and chairs are scattered around this large room. Wooden benches are drawn up against the walls, decorated with draperies of brown and red, and several ale kegs are propped up and tapped. 4 tough-looking human warriors wearing scarlet cloaks are gathered around one of the tables. A stack of coins and trinkets is heaped upon the table between them.
So am I still wearing the red cloak last time that I put on?
Did
you take it off?
I say if you never took it off, then yeah.
I don't think I ever took it off.
I mean,
No.
you brought a bunch of them with you.
No, I remember you were like, I'm going to put it on, and I was like, don't put it on until we need to. Because
I'm going
I
to
don't
say
want
you probably
somebody
have
to
it in
stick
your
us.
bag. You probably kept it
so
on.
at this point, can I like pull it over my head hurriedly and like get everything settled to where I can?
I'm going to turn to you and be like, are you going in there?
I want to see what happens. And I'll like hand you over one of the dusty ones that I pulled out of that closet.
Oh, that's so tempting.
No, this could like seriously, we could totally infiltrate the crap out of this. Like, we could totally do this, dude.
I don't think you understand. Just, I'm not very. I'm actually really
You are
persuasive. Never mind.
stealthy as shit.
Hmm.
Come on.
I'm gonna begrudgingly take him. Like, I'm gonna turn to this party. I'm like, if you hear fighting, anything, shouting, come in. And I'm gonna put on the cloak that he hands to me.
Okay. You are both wearing red brand cloaks.
And then I'm gonna like kind of step back and go.
All right, so I'm gonna walk straight in. Why, hello, friends! What a wonderful day it is.
After he said that, I walk back and I don't follow him.
All right.
And I pull out my short. I pull out my short
Mm-hmm.
bow.
So you walk in and you see these 4. They're playing a game of knuckle bones. And all of them look pretty hammered. They look like they've been at this for a while. Like I said, there's ale
Can I
kegs.
get in on this shit?
They kind of, the 4 of them kind of turn around, and one of them is like, hey, hang on, who are you?
I'm Thorn, your buddy. Remember? We've
No,
been here for a
no,
while.
I've never seen you before. You
You
didn't new
think-
face. New faces don't belong here.
I'm gonna knock an arrow, and I want to shoot them if any of them make an aggressive action. Just
Okay. So
Side
someone
note.
look at it, and then the other one's like, yeah, you think you are coming in here? And kind of like grabs at his sword. And like yanks out and just kind of waves it in your direction. Come
I
here!
really want to play, and
I shoot him.
Oh, okay.
And
Go.
I'm just like waving.
Go
it out, not
ahead.
actually
There's
doing it.
no way in Hades he saw you. Roll with advantage if you're gonna go ahead and shoot.
Oh no! I'm glad I got. Oh no! That's a 3 and a 2, so that's like 7 and 8. So no.
Just
That is the
bolt
lowest I've.
into the room.
I'm trying to decide because you're shooting right past. You didn't roll a 1, so I'll let it slide. But you shoot and so you line up a target, and as you go to release, Thorn kind of like pulls out his sword and kind of waves it around, and you're like, oh, frick. And so you kind of have to like yank it up at the last second, and it goes and it bounces off the ceiling and down and like ricochets into the room. And all four of them go, you! And then they all pull their swords and roll for initiative.
Woo! 10.
You got it. You know, you had a plan, and then you like instantly ditched the plan.
I ditched the plan because he walked in the room and did that.
Well,
instead
also, I'm just saying, man, you're onto something. You were getting there. It could have happened. Ooh, hello. Okay. All right. Let's see. We got initiatives. I'm looking at 4. I'm missing Thorn.
He put 10. Yeah, he put it before he.
Oh, before the separation. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's real disorienting. Okay, so you're at 10. All right, so
Fine, I'll put it back down.
no, it's yeah. If somebody separates it, try to put it after it. It just helps because otherwise all of the initiatives jumble together, and I'm like, wait, which one's this combat? Which one's last combat? All right. So we've got Moyer at the top with a 19. We've got Crane with a 17.
Holy crap.
We've got
Ethan, did you nat 1?
We've got Thorn with a 10.
Did you get a 2?
I do.
I got a 3.
Not that it matters.
And then, yeah, they don't actually know he's there, so he's kind of around the corner.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you guys are still taking.
And
Yeah, to combat.
then
I'm so
Yerl,
Yes.
Kinda. I
Yerl
don't even know what's happening down there.
with the 5, and then Ethan with the 3. All right, top of the order, we have Red Brand, numeral 4. Who's
So are they rolling with disadvantage because they're KF?
They will. Initiative's not an ability check, technically.
Oh no! I meant like if they were attacking.
Oh, yeah, they're plastered. Yeah. So when they go to attack you,
Good.
like as okay, so this one in the back here, right? He stumbles up, kind of like knocks over some coin and stuff like that. And let's see, he's gonna try to go around this way. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so he's gonna come stumbling around, and he's gonna take a swing at you with disadvantage, because all of these are technically poisoned because they've been drinking so heavily. So, all right, that's actually, let's see, he rolls a 1. Okay, he rolled a 3 and then he rolled a 2. All right, so this Red Brand,
Same, actually.
he is gonna F you up. And he goes and he swings down, and you're a well-trained fighter. And even with the greatsword being a large weapon that would normally be a little unwieldy, you've got plenty of experience with it, and just easily just parry this blow off of you. Which he'll attack again. Okay, how's about a 16 to hit?
Probably matches.
That does? Okay. So he swings out, you parry it, and then he manages to kind of like... Him being drunk for a second almost does him a favor, because he attacks from an angle you didn't expect. He does 8 points of piercing damage to you.
Oh, come on.
Alright, next.
How close are you to death?
What?
What?
I have 11 hit points.
Alright, so... Moyer, you are up. You're around the corner. You hear noises. You hear blades clashing together. There's something going down around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna coat my quarterstaff in that green flame and move over here and attack this one.
So you're gonna like kind of go underneath or around
pretty much.
Thorn. You're probably better like kind of squeezing in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and attack.
Yeah.
Can't slide underneath them like
It's a
Malachi.
natural 1.
Ooh,
Yeah.
So
If you end up killing me with your green flame,
I'm trying to
back in the
think.
day, we're gonna have issues.
Me too.
You're right. Okay, so how much damage does Green Flame Blade do?
4.
Okay, so you hit the wall.
But it doesn't affect the person I hit.
Doesn't affect the first. Okay, so you
It
hit
jumps. Yeah.
you hit the wall, and then the flame. How many people does it hit?
It just hits one. It jumps to
Just
someone.
one. Okay. You burned yourself. So as you go, like as you go to jab out, it hits the wall. The flame discharges and jumps back to you, and so you'll take 4 points of damage.
That's unfortunate.
Very. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
All right. Next up, unfortunate man. Crane, it's your go.
I still have my short bow out, which is really unfortunate.
Y'all like to swap weapons so much.
This whole situation is unfortunate.
It really is.
It's just like the prison cell.
Yeah.
I'm so sad that arrow didn't hit, because now, I don't want to waste a turn switching. I'm gonna shoot at this one.
Which one?
The one to the right of Thorn.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack. You're... Luckily, Moyer's pretty short, so you can shoot over his head, but you're trying to squeak the arrow through the doorway again.
15.
Yeah, okay. That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I get sneak attack, because of
Mm-hmm.
2 plus 3, 5 plus 3, 8 damage in total.
8 damage. Alright, so you managed, this time you managed to slip an arrow through the doorway right past Thorn, and you catch this guy right below the sternum, so it goes deep into him, and he kind of just like doubles over and just coughs up some blood, maybe a little bit of booze. It's not a pretty sight. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Man, I wish like being a rogue made it so that I could switch weapons to bonus action or something. Like,
I think that's a feat.
that would be so nice.
Is that a feat? That would be a feat. Or am I
thought
thinking?
it was.
I think I have dual weapon where you can. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. Next we have number 3, which is this one here at the bottom. It's kind of awkward for him to try to slip by everybody. What he's gonna do is he's gonna pick up a mug full of ale. He's gonna try to drunkenly chuck it at Thorn.
Woo! Please.
Can I fruit ninja it?
I really want him to like nat 20 2 times.
He's not gonna nat 20, no.
If he nat 22 times,
That's
Thorn
a...
deserves death, like right there.
He
Like,
just kills Thor.
Alright, that's a 14 to hit.
No.
Okay. So he chucks this mug of ale at you, and it hits the guy. It doesn't do any damage, but it hits his buddy who's not just drenched. And then he's kind of, what, man? And he's just like, why did you get in the way? And, alright, that ends his turn.
These guys know how to party, dude.
Which Red Brand 2, which is the one who just got clocked, is going to attempt to slash at Thorn. No. Alright. I mean, he just kind of bounces, like, off of, like, the chair that, like, was kind of in between the two of you. It's like, boom, boom. Like, this is a pitiful display.
I feel like we're killing children, honestly.
Next
Like,
up, Thorn, it is your go.
Let's see. I will take a swipe with my new sword. Like, if I take a swipe with the new sword, can I also pop a healing potion after?
Yes, you could take a potion as a bonus action.
Okay.
So
cool.
a
Then I'm
potion
gonna
for
take-
you is a bonus action. If you want to like feed somebody else a potion, that's an action.
Okay. Yeah. So I will take a swing at the one that just got.
The one that what? Hit with an arrow?
The one, yeah, the one that just took the arrow.
Okay, that's to your right. Yeah.
Yes. So.
Swing, bada bada.
That's a 21.
That hits. Roll damage.
Hold on. I need to figure out how much damage we did. Oh, damn. Okay. For 13 damage.
Okay. So you turn to this guy who's just doubled over as he catches this arrow in the gut, and you reach up above your head and you just. There are now 2 pieces.
All I wanted to do was win again.
Yeah, it's just. And now 2 pieces of this man.
Damn, man. Should've just let him join the game.
All I
So
wanted to do was play cards, bruv.
one red brand down.
And I'm gonna pop a potion.
All right, roll your healing.
Yeah, I have to remember what my healing is. Give me a sec. Okay.
Side note, you are directly in the doorway, so it's going to be hard for people to move around you.
I'm aware.
Or
You-
should Eldritch Blast pass?
You could move without provoking opportunity attacks if you move to your left.
To my right, because I just knocked that guy down, right? So if I went like...
You would provoke one from this guy.
Yeah.
Really? So if I
Yes,
just
because
moved
you're
here-
moving out of his melee range.
Okay.
So if you go that way, you're still in melee range, so you kind of shift off to the side.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
All right. Next up was going to be the first red brand, but he's in 2
He's in
pieces.
half.
So next up, Yarl. You
Can I
hear
take a half action?
what?
I made a joke. I said, "Can I even take a half action?"
That's called a bonus action.
Well, I know, but like it was a joke because
Because he's in half.
he said half.
Can you take a half action?
Yeah.
Action. Oh, action.
All right, so
That's
you
what
hear all
the
this
one
going
takes
on.
now.
So, okay, can I move past Ethan?
Yeah, you can probably slip
Okay.
by him.
Yeah, I guess 20. Can I move past these 2?
No, not with the movement. There's just too much going on there. It's about as far as you can get. All of these dungeons are super cramped, and it feels awkward.
Yeah, they kind of are. I have like nothing to do. I'm
Only our
gonna.
party wasn't casters.
If only would have handled the situation.
Also,
Wasn't con-
I didn't do this.
Who knocked here when
I mean, you're the one that shut the door.
And then after
All
someone
right,
pulled the
Yarrow.
sword,
I'm gonna hold an action for Eldritch Blast.
In
I
case.
guess.
Sure, that's fine.
Until he can run
I have
in the
like
room.
nothing else to do.
That's fine, man. All right, next up, Ethan. Do you?
Everyone
I-
is in my way.
I'm just gonna sit up here
All right.
and look down at this clusterfuck that's happening down at this door and just be like, well,
All right. Yeah. Ethan looks down at everybody from the top of the stairs with just a kind of a shrug.
he looks down.
Disgust.
He does both, metaphorically and literally.
yeah.
Next
I
up,
feel like look at him
we're back to
shrug.
the top of the round with number 4, who's this dude right here. Again, drunken swings at your boy.
Your boy.
That's a nat 1. All right, let's roll some damage.
What a guy.
All right. So he swings wide, right? Comes across, swings way wide, like, and he hits his buddy next to him, who has now been pelted with an ale mug, and then now slashed across the
Just
shoulder
the king of
for
friendly
7 points of damage.
F.
Damn.
And this guy, and this guy then looks over at him and says, "What? What did I do?"
He was winning.
And then, which the other red bear, quit getting in the way. And it is now that red brand's turn. Now I'm gonna do a little side roll here. We're
They start
gonna
fighting each
do
other.
what's this? This is we'll say a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage. DC. We'll make it a 12. No. Okay. He loses his composure and just swings at the red brand next to him. Can he hit? Oh, he rolled really well, even with disadvantage. He's pissed. Okay. Freaking. All right. So he takes his short sword, and this pain kind of like sobers him up for a minute, and he just jams the blade like up into like almost like into the guy's side, like almost fatally, as like the armor tends to like catch it a little bit, but it sinks a little bit into his side as he does 7 points of damage right back. So these guys are elite warriors.
Shows. Pinnacle.
Thorn, it is your turn as these two bumbling idiots.
Is it me again?
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
no.
Wait, what?
Wait, Crane.
Yeah.
Crane. And Moyer.
Wait.
My bad.
It would be Moyer first.
Yeah,
Yes.
Moyer. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Wow.
Can you smack that guy, please?
And smack this fellow.
Okay.
I will attempt to smack this fellow.
Go ahead
I
and
think
swing.
yeah, that's a good revision.
This
of that.
kind lad.
Yeah. Okay. That's another natural one.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
You swing out.
I'm gonna not use that dice anymore.
Yeah, you swing out. And you're still kind of frazzled by the fact that you got hit by your own flame blade. And the as this one is like going to stab at his buddy, he kind of like he moves out of the way to stab, and then you're just bap right down on the ground. It like reverberates in your hand. The staff does. It's just like it hurts. No damage this time, but
Okay.
This time.
dude, you guys in ones, man. I don't know what it is. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Rolls have not been high this session.
It's all I want.
Okay, Crane.
Okay, I'm gonna move it like in front of the doorway, and I'm gonna fire at the red brand in the middle.
Let her rip.
That's a 9.
Okay. You shoot an arrow at him. And it, like, you manage to find a very solid part of his shoulder pad, and it kind of like glances off. Anything else? You have a bonus action. You have movement.
Hang on. I'm going to take a disengage bonus action. And I'm going to move over into this corner.
Okay. So you zip into the room, kind of do a quick little hurdle over Moyer, or skip behind him.
Yeah, I assumed since he was small, it would.
That's fine. Next, now it's Thorn, as these two bumbling idiots hack each other to pieces.
Alright, I'm going to attack the guy that's right in front of me. So,
Okay.
the one who initially slashed his buddy, not
Yep.
the one who slashed back. And I'm going to try and hit him with a long sword. And that's an at 20.
Roll damage.
That's a dead man.
The damage die for the longsword, or you're two-handing it, so it's
Yeah.
a D10. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be 9 damage.
Did
you
you
double the
factor in
roll?
the critical?
Yeah.
Critical? Okay.
Yeah, that was a 3.
Well, actually, that's just enough. So, yeah, Thorn taking names. He jams the blade, which this blade, I forgot you swapped to the longsword. I mentioned the greatsword earlier. Yeah, this blade's lighter than you're used to, and it just like with a very impressive speed, it just right into him, cuts clean right through him, and slides easy out as he slumps forward dead. That is two red brands down.
Hi, Roxy.
And ironically, the one that stabbed him now looks down at him in horror, seeing that he's dead, and looks back at you. How could you?
What happened to Thorn? I think you deleted Thorn.
Oh.
You murdered me too.
Wait a minute.
You murdered me.
He killed him so hard, he killed himself.
Did it? Wait, how the frick?
I sent him so hard to hell that I.
You followed him, yes.
Kicked
You
him across
followed
the
him to the
breast.
abyss.
Actually,
Alright,
it's
hang on,
the
let me
Shadow,
go.
the Shadow Realm. This is a Christian Minecraft.
Let's go. Hang on, let me find one of the previous maps that we were at. That you were actually. Oh no, this is the first one you've been to. Yeah, you weren't at the. Alright, I gotta go find your stupid token.
It's
Crap,
like
where was your
something where we had
token?
to go back in time.
Your token was.
The arena.
Green guy with the shield.
Oh yeah, it was back on the arena, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Hi, Roxy. I see
Yeah.
you. You're very pretty.
There you are. Great.
She's an ugly dog. Call her an ugly dog.
Alright.
Whoa, toxic.
There you are. You're back.
What is that to my dog though?
Alright.
My dad would.
Now, Thorn, that your turn?
You're next. I'm just gonna look at the next guy and just be like, "You're next."
He's kind of too. Yeah. He's a little out of it right now. He barely registers that you said anything. Yarol, you're up.
Okay. In that case, I am going to move here, and to the amazement of everybody, I'll just blast
Okay.
at this man's.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
16.
16 hits. Roll damage.
Okay. I'm 110 plus. No, what do I plus? 10 plus.
I am bad at keeping track of initiative.
12 damage.
Okay. 12 Yeah. He's down. So as he looks on in horror as his friend falls, and he turns to challenge Thorn. Thorn from behind you, a blast of energy, green energy, lances out, just slams him right in the neck, and he just falls with and there's a little bit of smoke rising from his corpse. This final red brand, was that your turn?
I want to move here, so Ethan can move in if you want to stay.
This final red brand starts rethinking some decisions here, drunk as he is.
The actual fucker.
He goes, boop,
Hi.
boop.
Hi there.
Say he opens up the door, passes through. As the door opens up, you can see, we'll reveal that up. You can see where he's going. As he continues to see, he was 5, 10, 15, 20. We'll say 5 to move open the door. 25, 30 as he moves down the hallway. And runs up to another door.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
He's going to get Bran.
He's got friends.
So next up, Ethan. You still
He's
looking
casting
down on the
friends.
party?
Somebody aim with a crossbow.
I guess we're gonna go down here. Be like, wow, look at these dead bodies.
As you come in, you
Did you guys handle it all?
you see the guy that bolted through the door. The door's bounces off the wall, and then as you look that way, you can see him running.
Oh no. Was that an enemy?
Yeah, that's he's getting away. Probably gonna get some friends.
Oh, dang.
Oh no.
Is that your turn?
Okay, well. I'm not gonna chase after him by myself, so.
Don't. Okay.
Okay, is that your turn then?
Yeah.
Okay. Moira, back to you. You see this guy running down the hallway. You have a straight shot if you want it.
Yeah, the door's open, right?
Yes, he slammed it open.
Using a different D20, I will try to blast.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
See, now I got a natural 20.
That hits. Roll damage.
It's good.
Good dice, good dice.
That is wrong down. There's my D10. That is 13 damage.
Jeez. Yeah, you clock him hard, and he kind of like stumbles to a knee, and like he's hurt. He's alive, but he's like crawling.
Got him, boys. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay, Crane.
I'm going to move forward so I get a clear shot. I'm going to shoot him.
Yeah.
16.
All right, roll damage.
6 damage in total.
He's dead. So the blast the blast of energy sails through the hallway, and then right after he sends it, you kind of slide into range and then let loose your own arrow, and just kind of like a 1-2 punch, and he just hits the floor and he slides a little bit, and just like his head just like a thud just against the ground.
So I'm gonna try and be like, well, that was a goddamn mess. How loud was his like thud? Was it like against the door or like?
You'd be less worried about the thud and more worried about
just the fighting.
In general was probably a bit more of the worry.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to sneak down this hallway, see if I can hear like people or things.
So down the hallway that he was running?
Yeah.
Okay. You sneak your way down. As you see up to the left, it's a stairway back into the cavern. There's another door, and inside of that door, you also hear voices. They all seem to be shouting. And you like I said, you hear several voices. They're all shouting. It's in Goblin, so you don't know what it is, except the voices sound rougher but deeper. It's the Goblin language, but this sounds a bit more like the bugbears that you've come across before. Which, real quick, by the way, with that last fight, I'm gonna say everybody, welcome to level 3.
Yes.
You guys are now all level
Hell
3.
yeah, brother.
These
I
dudes
get
saved my
actual-
life.
Hi, Raxy.
So,
Swashbuckler time, boys. It is.
Is it?
Great.
Actual weapons, man.
let's see, because you took...
I actually don't even know what to get level 3, so.
You're a wizard, Harry. Alright.
I'm not the warlock. Shut your mouth. Wow!
Wizard now.
You're a wizard now.
I'm multi-class.
Okay, I'm just getting spectacles.
Caleb, I've been forced to switch to wizard. What do I do?
Be a wizard, man. What do you mean?
Yeah, welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell. I'm forced.
I mean,
You mean?
welcome to hell.
Oh wait, we're sad boys.
Are
I
we?
don't have the archetype unlocked.
Oh no.
Wait a minute.
For
That's
now,
not good.
you know, I think it's you add your charisma to your initiative, and you can take an attack and then move without provoking attacks of opportunity.
How
So,
straight
other
am
than
I
that,
gonna
everything should be fine. Different,
Yeah.
or the same. Sorry, words are hard. I don't think your proficiency bonus goes up to
We're
level 5.
hard.
do? Wait.
So yeah,
That's not too
basically,
bad. 6.
yeah.
6 HP.
And then
Take it,
you
take it.
you add your HP. You can feel free to take average HP or roll if you're feeling lucky.
I felt pretty lucky because I got a 6.
Not bad.
Fuck feeling lucky.
It's bad.
I've been lucky so far. I got 2 8s and a 6. So,
We can't all be cool. Okay.
well, just be cool.
Literally, I can't.
He's got a
I
point.
How? Just like,
don't even know what to say to you.
wow. Oh yeah, packed spoon. What do each of these do? Okay, I don't need a packed weapon. No, thank you.
You get another spell.
Oh, right, packed Latome. I remember. Yeah.
So, I guess to shorten this, next time. So after this session, just keep an eye out for what you're gonna want to do for your next level. Which this is one of the more complicated level ups because a lot of the archetypes show up at this point. So, but just try to keep in mind what you plan on doing for your next level. Just to try to make it,
Oh, and yeah.
you know.
I can take Mitch Mockery, boys.
Don't.
It's not.
So
It was interesting.
It's
It certainly was.
moonbeam, nothing.
Yes.
Moonbeam or nothing. Right? The legendary spell. But yeah, so Crane, you hear these voices shouting, and as they're shouting, you hear kind of it sounds like commands almost, and there's a few laughs, and then you kind of hear like this pitiful kind of whimpering that also, and it sounds goblin-y. You've had some experience with these creatures. You can kind of guess these are probably bugbears and a goblin.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to the party and be like, next room is a bugbear and some goblins. Sounds like.
I'm gonna summon my weapon, by the way.
Do what?
I'm gonna summon my pack weapon, by the way.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You can. Well, you basically. Yeah. So are you still? You're still on the quarterstaff, but now you can. Because the quarterstaff.
No, it basically returns to a glaive. Whatever I want.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I know we that's all right. So yeah,
I
Moir's.
imagine it would just be like a dark blue energy weapon type of deal.
Yeah, Moir. Well, it's a lot. It looks a lot like the fish scales and the shimmery light and the seaweed wraps around. So Moir's weapon changes a little bit, and now there's a blade on it. And it still has, again, the shimmery light, the fish scales, the seaweed. So, yeah, it appears his weapon might have evolved a bit. So, you all know that there are some enemies in the other room, off to the corner. There's more areas you haven't discovered yet. What would you like to do?
I want to go through the door.
Do what?
Do what?
The door, like right here.
Okay, the one back behind you.
Yeah.
You just gonna go just open it up?
I want to check for traps because, damn it.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
I'm going to have my short swords ready. I'm gonna kind of be standing at the door, guard, in case anything tries to come in.
So that's the 6.
Okay. Doesn't look trapped.
Alright, then I'm gonna go through it.
Okay. You open up the door, and inside, go ahead and reveal this. You see the door over here. Right, let me pull up. All right. You see an interesting room. Looks different than all the others that you've looked at. It looks almost to be a bit of a workshop. As you walk in, there's a rat scurries across the floor, takes refuge under a large work table set up with alembics, retorts, distillation coils, and other alchemical devices. All of them stewing and bubbling away. Bookshelves are crowded with sheaves of parchment and strange-looking tomes. So,
Can I look for anything valuable?
Yeah, as you walk in, let me take a look real quick. Go ahead and roll a investigation check.
19.
Okay. You look around, a lot of books, a lot of strange alchemical equipment, most of which I do not believe you have a whole lot of experience in.
No.
You see kind of 3 vials of some weird stuff. They don't necessarily look like potions. They look like strange materials of some sort. Maybe for use in potions. You're not 100%. One of them is kind of a silvery liquid. Another one is this kind of weird viscous yellow, and the other one is a vial of some sort of powder.
Stow it.
So you take the 3 vials and put them away?
Yeah.
Okay. Just mark it down as 3 bottles of reagents.
Okay.
So, all right. The rest of you, what are you doing?
I'm gonna see if I can sneak down the hallway and take a peek through the other door.
Yeah, that's not really
Okay.
fair for that.
So you're going down that way. Moyer following. Yerol, Ethan. You kind of saw Thorn go off and start rummaging through a room off to the side. You don't hear anything over there like that sounds aggressive. You just hear rummaging, and so it appears that there's no immediate danger that direction. Which, by the way, Thorn, as you're kind of sorting through everything, that rat underneath the table kind of pokes its head out and kind of looks at you curiously. It's just kind of looking at you.
I was gonna say, can I be like, hey, little friend? Is it friendly?
You kind of reach down and... Are you, reaching down to... Okay. So, as you reach down, it kind of backs up a little bit. And then as you don't appear aggressive, it kind of looks up and kind of sniffs your fingers a little bit. And you just kind of hear just little rat noises.
I made a rat friend.
So it's... It doesn't, jump into your hand. But it'll kind of, follow you around the room.
Cool. Can I try to tame it?
Make an animal handling check.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Why is it always
21. All right. You after some time you get it. If it'll perch on your shoulder if you want it to.
Woo!
Yeah.
Right.
After some time with it, it kind of seems to like you.
Sweet.
So right. You're all Ethan. What were you doing? Sorry.
I think I'll just kind of follow Thorn.
Follow Thorn?
Yeah.
Or Crane?
Yeah.
So you guys get to witness the shenanigans.
So you're going towards that. Moyer and Crane are down towards the other door. So you're trying to just peek your head inside. Crane. Another sleight of hand check.
14.
14. Not a problem. Okay. So you crack the door open, and then I'll reveal this area. And you see a bit of a pitiful sight.
Oh god.
Oh.
So... Right. You see a
Those
barracks
pieces are
that contains 4 roughly built wooden bunks with heaped up blankets and dirty dishes scattered about. A strong smell of unwashed bodies and rotten meat fills the air. 3 tall, furry humanoids are lounging among the mess, barking orders at a sad little goblin that demeans itself for their amusements.
3 bugbears.
Yeah, 3 bugbears and this little goblin, and they're barking strange orders at it, and it's like they'll throw things at it, and they'll kind of do a little dance, and they'll kind of laugh, and then they'll point at the ground, and he has to kind of and you see him kind of get down, like start to lick the floor, and yeah, is
there any treasure in this room that I can see?
Roll a quick perception check. See if you can.
15.
Okay. You kind of look through one of the bugbears has like this gaudy eye patch thing. The others just look like bugbears. I mean, you can't really see a whole lot that's just laying out. It's like I said, it's like dishes of half-eaten food. Again, something smells rotten in there. Probably been sitting for a minute. So you don't see anything of immediate value.
Okay. I'm going to gently shut the door or whatever.
Yeah.
Leave it resting.
Yeah, you manage to do so. They're all distracted with this poor little goblin, and that's it. They don't notice you.
I'm gonna walk back into the room, and do I see people like going in and out of this room, or?
Yeah, you see them across the way. The doors are open. You see there's some activity with the group going on in the other room across.
So I'm gonna go up to where the majority of people are.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna be like, that door that red brand almost made it to has 3 bugbears and a rather poor excuse for a goblin in there. Didn't see anything worthwhile, really.
As Thorn turns around to look at you, you see this little rat perched on his shoulder. Thorn looks very pleased with himself.
Did you make a friend?
Yes.
I hope it doesn't become a problem.
What? Did I make friends?
No, if that thing dies, I don't want a sobbing wreck on my hands.
I lost 3 brothers to bandits. This'll be nothing.
Okay.
Oh!
Do we want to deal with the bugbears in that room?
Ethan, you walked into this room?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh no.
Anybody proficient in Arcana can roll a check.
Oh.
That's me. You're the proficient in Arcana boy.
False.
So
I don't think I am. Oh, actually, I am. Wow, I'm amazed.
I rolled a 12.
Dude, you're
what'd you
a
roll,
mage
Hunter?
or a warlock.
A
Ethan?
12.
12.
I would
Okay.
hope to have.
I also rolled 12.
12.
I got 21.
21. All right.
Can't relate. He just switched them.
I switched dice.
He
All
did
right.
the old switcheroo, the
So
old tricky.
Moyer, who is just
sneaky.
the
Pinnacle of
fountain of
knowledge.
knowledge here. You look around, you can see. Yeah, these are obviously alchemical supplies. Some of the things that have been kind of laid out. You kind of look. You've heard of potions of invisibility, and these look kind of like some of the things you might need to make one. You don't see any completed versions or anything like that, but it kind of looks like maybe whoever set this up was attempting. There's another book kind of out on the corner of the like one of the bookshelves that you can see. There's a dwarvish writing.
I can't read Dwarvish. Yeah.
I can.
Hey,
I think I can.
look.
Hey, book.
Do you
Look
want
at
to scan through?
Do you tell us that we're? Oh yeah, yeah. I'll read it.
Okay. So you crack open this book. It's a book. It appears to be a journal. A journal of some adventurer named Ermin. And basically, let me go back real quick. It tells you a little bit of the background of the town and this mine that you've heard a little bit about. And so basically, see that Phandelver, more than 500 years ago, clans of dwarves and gnomes made an agreement known as Phandelver's Pact, Phandalin rather, in which they would share a rich mine in a wondrous cavern known as Wave Echo Cave. In this mine, there's lots of mineral wealth, but it also had a strange magical power to it. This is probably the magical forge that could create these magical items. It was known as the Forge of Spells. So the dwarves and the gnomes made a pact, and then human spellcasters allied themselves to channel and bind that energy into this forge. And it created quite the economic boom for the town of Phandalin, which you look at Phandalin now and you see there were ruins of a much bigger city that were old, but now it looks a bit more like a frontier town, not as bustling as it apparently used to be. But so there was a very good trade, very good commerce for this town. But a powerful force of orcs that were reinforced by evil mercenary wizards attacked the cave to steal magical items and the mineral wealth. And few survived the fight. Lots of cave-ins and affected the cavern due to the fray, and the Wave Echo Cave was lost. And no one's known exactly where it was. The knowledge is hundreds of years ago. The knowledge has been gone. And until recently, you heard, which now you know that Gundren found a map to this cave. It also mentions a mace that was commissioned by priests of Lathander, which is a god of dawn.
Oh, I remember Lathander.
Yes. But yeah, there was a mace that was commissioned called the Lightbringer. Presumably lost the cave. So it's a journal of a general history of the town and things that had happened. What happened to it?
Okay. Is this book worth anything?
The book itself, probably not.
I mean, it has historical value, but I feel like
There's
factions
probably
already...
yeah. I mean, there's people who might want it. Possibly.
I'm gonna relate to the group like it's a journal of a dwarf and it details
you do know it is a book of information, and you know that your particular network values information, so there is a potential, I would say, yes.
Yeah, unless anyone knows dwarves so wants to check it out, I'm gonna throw it in my pack.
So, so now you know a little bit about the town.
Even if I wanted to check it out, I can't read it.
Yeah.
What do we want to do about that room full of bugbears? We can try to block it off, we can go in there and kill them, or we can just ignore them and hope they don't get drawn out.
Maybe just ignore them?
They seem a little distracted with bullying that goblin in there, but their attention spans are that of goldfishes, I would assume, so...
So why we block them in?
Probably not without making too little enough noise.
Yeah.
And locking it from the outside doesn't do any good, so...
Yeah.
Are we just gonna ignore it? Since Ethan has very strong opinions about killing things, when I say that, I look like directly at him, almost like incredulously, like.
This is what?
He's
Unnecessarily killing things. Yes.
So you have the room. You have a happy little rat. You have an open door, or you have an open door that you came in, and then another door that is closed.
I want to peek that open.
You want to crack the door open?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You do, and you see an empty room. This looks kind of like a somebody's room. And you look inside, and then it's a bedchamber. So the walls of this bedchamber are covered with drapes of scarlet cloth. The furnishings include a small writing desk with matching chair, a comfortable-looking bed, and a wooden chest at the foot of the bed. The chest is thrown open, empty. As you glance around, you actually see in the corner of the room, back, so I won't reveal his back wall, but like there's actually a door, one of those hidden doors, cracked open. Right about here, along this wall. And there's a little bit cracked open door. Open
Mike.
chest, cracked open door, and a writing desk with some stuff on it.
I want to check out the writing desk.
Okay. You walk over to the desk, and on it, you find a letter. It kind of, as you enter, it looks like things are like thrown about. It kind of looks like somebody might have left here in a hurry. And as you start to look around, and the rest of the group, are you kind of stepping in to kind of just take a look?
Yeah.
Thorn, that rat on your shoulder, it's gone. It just poof, gone.
Uh-oh.
God damn it.
This is a good time to bring up. There's chemicals in there for invisibility potions.
So, do I still feel the rat? Like, can I like...
You feel?
No.
It's gone.
That was a
God
mage.
damn it.
So that could have been the mage's familiar, and the mage could have absconded with potion of invisibility.
I was gonna say, how far would he have to be away in order for the familiar to
You have no idea.
No, yeah.
The only
Can I
one
make an
who would,
Arcana check?
yeah. Go ahead.
You said there's a letter on the
7.
desk?
Yeah. You don't know. Ethan might.
22.
Okay. Ethan, you know that, yes, Crane, what Crane says is probably true. This was probably a familiar of, you heard about Glassstaff, the leader of, and you know he's a wizard. At least you gathered by the fact that he uses a staff, or some mage of some sort. And, yeah, you know that mages can be anywhere 100 feet away and still have contact with their familiar, and yeah.
No.
So,
Oh.
yeah, about 100 feet away. Yes, the note. So again, all of these things have kind of been scattered around. Although it seems that in this person's haste, they left a few things behind. One of which being this note. On it says, "Lord Albrecht, my spies in Neverwinter tell me that strangers are due to arrive in Phandelver. They could be working for the dwarves. Capture them if you can, kill them if you must, but don't allow them to upset our plans. See that any dwarven maps in their possession are delivered to me with haste. I'm counting on you, Iarno. Don't disappoint me." and you see a symbol of a black spider that kind of signs the bottom.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
I'm gonna take the letter and I'm gonna pass it around, I guess. Unless it's in Dwarvish.
No, it's this one's you can
Not
read.
again.
So, right. Interestingly enough, the name Yarno Albrick sounds familiar to you.
Yeah, wasn't that a brother of Gundren? Or am I mistaking?
He wasn't. He didn't have a relation to Gundren. There was something Sildar asked you guys.
Yeah, he asked us to look out for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he went missing.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
So apparently, Yarno is in leagues in some way with this red brand. Potentially, they all call him the leader.
How do you spell that?
Yarno.
Uh-huh.
Iarno.
Okay.
Stop you.
I'm gonna take the letter
Okay.
and pocket it.
And then,
well.
if you look into the, like the chest, you could see there's a few gold pieces that had been kind of scattered around the chest and left behind.
How many?
Like 10 gold pieces.
So wait, there's a secret door or whatever here?
There's a secret door right up against the. Oh, I put it in the wrong side. I put the green. Yeah, it's right there.
I was a little confused. I was like,
That's
are we
my
not supposed
bad.
to see
Yeah,
that
no,
part?
the green line. The
Really
green line's supposed to be
skinny
here.
door.
It's right there.
Sounds like it's not a very useful.
Yeah, my bad. Wrong spot. So yeah, and then as you guys peek, you can see there's a hallway.
My secret door right
And
next to my
there's
normal
a stairway going up.
I'm gonna take 2 pieces from the gold and I'm gonna kick the table that they're sitting on. I think right, they're on a table.
They're in like a little empty chest, but
I'm gonna kick it and kind of motion or whatever and take their share.
okay. So
I'm gonna check out the passage.
there's enough for 2 gold pieces for each of you if you want it.
I'll take
Not
two.
much left. Right. So you go.
These pieces of metal.
Yeah. These strange pieces of metal that everybody insists is important. As you go up,
Heavily.
you once again you see a hidden door that you previously hadn't discovered.
I'm checking this one for traps 100%.
It's already open. Once again, it's
Oh.
cracked. Open. Looks like somebody ran through here. And you open up and you see the entrance of that cavern where you guys were before. So, yeah. You've now pretty much discovered. You've gone through this area. You've discovered who the leader of the Red Brands were, and he apparently peaced out.
That's fair, honestly. I do the same.
So
Fuck
I
your
guess
shit.
I figured out how to deal with the bugbears.
Yeah, there's bugbears and a goblin in there.
So I have a new cantrip that is create bonfire, and I think it will do enough damage to all of them all at once that we might be able to take them out.
I can splash acid at them.
I'm not opposed to killing them, but
You know that your essential mission here is basically completed, but if you want to go clear those out, you could.
what was down here? Did we ever
the
check this
last thing
passage out?
we need is to be like,
No,
"Yay,
you
we
know it
saved
leads somewhere to the
the
outside.
and then bugbears come out and just murder.
But it
them.
wasn't like deeper in the cave.
No, there was a draft coming through it. You gathered.
Oh,
it to
okay.
the outside.
We'll still have the red brand in the cell to do whatever with, and then I think we're done here.
Oh wait, is there anything left? Is there a passage down?
Because you said this led to this, right?
No,
That's what I was talking about. That goes outside.
This leads to this room next to it. So there's
Yeah,
another.
that's what I thought.
There's another
okay.
secret door right here. So,
Okay, so we can just bugger off.
if you want to.
Alright, guys. I think we have officially looted this place. Unless we want to murder Bugbear.
But
There seems to be.
yes, you were sent here. Sildar wanted to know what happened to Iarno, and was hoping to have the Red Brand threat dealt with. Halia, which is Crane's contact, wanted any bit of correspondence that you could find from their leader. So,
Done. I have no qualms about leaving,
Sorry.
but we still have. I'm not cruel enough to leave him in there to starve. So
We don't have to leave him in there to starve. He just has to take pain. That's the condition for leaving. I am certain that our big friend will agree.
yes, Malachi is all for not.
We're not gonna kill him.
Leaving a
We're just
man
gonna
to starve to death.
disrobe him.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna
pants.
start making my way out towards the.
Okay. You don't have to worry about, I don't think, token placement too much at this point. So, but yeah, so you make your way over to the cells again.
Yep.
Okay. You peek your head inside. There he is, sitting not really far from where you left him. You do notice as you kind of look at the lock, there's a few scratches around
So,
it.
I
Not a
want
lot.
to look at him. I want to be like, all right, so
You guys
we're leaving,
lived?
and we're telling everybody you're down here. So either you can take the pants off and hand them to me and the big guy, and we can let you out before they get here, or you can be locked up in here when they get here.
Why do you want
Your
his goddamn
choice.
pants so bad?
It's so nobody will take him seriously.
He could just rob someone for their pants.
I mean,
Look at him.
So, alright.
We'll disarm him.
Take
I
a
was
short
really
sword too.
hoping you guys would die. Ugh.
Honest.
Alright. Let me get this straight. I give you my pants for
Give me your pants
whatever
and your sword.
strange, creepy reasons you have.
So I can put them on.
Sure.
Strange and creepy.
I'm leaving. I'm done.
And
This
I
is
get
over.
to go. That's
Yep.
that's your.
You get to go. That's what we did to your friend out in the street.
Give up your sword
Yeah,
too.
Same deal.
I'm walking out.
I just-
I've gone around the pitfall. I'm at the entrance.
He kind of just
Sword
kicks.
and pants.
Yeah, he kind of just kicks the sword over to the bars.
Yeah,
Roll a persuasion check.
All right. Cool. Shit. Fuck. That's 5.
Okay. So, he gets up, kind of looks at you like, there's my sword. Unlock the cage first, and I'll give you my pants. Creep.
Can I have the great sword out and just be like sitting there with it over my shoulder?
Yeah. He heard you.
Crane, you can unlock the door.
All right. I'll unlock it.
Okay. With
With
what?
what?
Can I look over at the Goliath and be like, can you just like pop it off?
And Malachi goes like, I can try. And so I'll go ahead and roll. I think his strength is like a plus. I have it
That's
up.
+4.
I think it's +4. Yeah, we'll just call it +4. Oh, he nat 20s it. All right.
That door's coming out.
So you expect him to go to the door and like break open the lock or something. He just goes open to the wall, like to the bars, just that make up the wall part. And it's like, and you kind of look at it like that's probably like the strongest part, and he just flexes, and it's just, and this awful just like screeching metal sound, just, and he just yanks that open.
Pants, please.
And he's like,
If
well,
that's not intimidating enough for the pants.
yeah, he's like, he kind of just good. All right, you can have them. Damn. And he just, there you go, have them. It's like, so I get to go now. This is the plan.
That was the deal.
And so as he kind of like awkwardly shuffles by, he's like, if you're gonna stab me in the back, at least make it a clean kill. And he
Nah, bruv, you good.
walks out.
So I'm sitting at the entrance. I assume I see him come past me.
Yep.
I'm just like, I just stared at him and I was like, right? Honestly, like, that's what I have to deal with.
I mean, and he just kind of looks at you off to the side. He's like, I
At
mean,
least he's alive.
no one's
There was no abject
no one's
murder.
forcing you to. I don't give a damn. And just, it just keeps walking. And off he goes.
Alright. We're out.
So the guy kind of steps up. He's like, "This gig sucked anyway." So congratulations, you've all you completed the dungeon. Figured out what Iarno is up to. Right, and you all can walk back into the sunlight. Which at this point, it's getting towards dusk. You've been in there for a minute. It's not okay. Yes, but the sun is low, kind of in the sky. It's a deep orange. It's a deep orange. I said the sun was setting. Like, bite me. Anyway, so yes, a deep orange. Nightfall will be here probably within the hour.
I'm going straight to
Are we
Holly.
going to town?
Okay. Right.
I kind of want to get these reagents
Yeah, back to town.
praised along
As-
with the Malachite
We need to
stuff.
find Silvar.
Okay, and as you guys head back into town, along the pathway you see Sildar, kind of waiting nervously, and he sees you all, and as you come, he's like, "Oh, you've returned. Wait, what'd you find in there? What happened?"
I'm gonna pull the letter out from my pack and hand it to him.
Oh, what's
Bad
What's
news,
this?
man.
And he goes, he reads through the letter, and his brow furrows as he sees what's written on it, and he's like, "But this can't be right. Yarno was part of the Lord's Alliance. We're tasked with the well-being of the cities along the Sword Coast. How?"
Golden power turns many men awry. I know.
Do you know? Did you see him in there? Is he dead?
We
Now
booked it.
you left. Do you know where to?
No, that's the only correspondence we got.
He kind of curses under his breath. And he's like, "Ugh." Well, it appears that he's leader of the Red Brands, I guess. Kind of trying to process this. Did he have others with? I mean, did you clear the place out?
There's a couple bugbears left, but other than that, nobody survived.
Just a couple bugbears. Okay.
3 and a goblin.
Right.
And a
But
couple
the
guys
but the
with
Red
hands.
Brands are disbanded then.
Yes.
Totally.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, silver lining.
Disbanded is a nice word.
Silver lining.
Dispatched.
I won't ask any details. I've seen your work. And he kind of like glances over at Ethan, remembering the bugbear incident of the first cave.
I make this thing with my hands. It's like.
Ew. All right.
I mean, really, if you don't mind, I'd like that letter back.
He kind of looks at it. He's like, you found it. I guess it's only fair. And he hands it back to you. Right. And so, so he's like, well, as dire news as Iarno is, he's alive, which is something. I'll see if I can track him down at some point, bring him to justice, probably take him back to Neverwinter. But besides the point, you've all done this town a great service, and let's see, what did he promise? I think he promised you guys payment. I'm trying to find where
really
that's
did.
at.
I
Yes.
don't remember how much.
And I'm going to say he had full faith in your ability, and so has brought it with him. I think. Frig. Where did it go? Ah! Right. That was for the castle. That's that. Okay. Right. He gives you all 100 gold pieces. Says here for your troubles. No, between all of you.
Okay. I was like, what?
No.
Okay.
Between all of you.
Money?
He's like,
That's 100 divided by 6.
Right. So he's like, oh, well, I guess the town's safe now. Still the issue of finding Gundren, and there's this Cragmaw castle. You're all probably tired. Get some rest. Get some food. You earned it. I suppose we can talk in the morning about finding Gundren. So, once again, I can't thank you all enough. I'm sure the people of Phandelver, even more so. So you've all done a great thing here today. And he kind of nods to you and walks back towards the inn. Hello, Kitty.
I know. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
This is Artemis,
I
by the
don't
way.
care. So yes, Crane, you're gonna try to go take a stop by Halia. Okay. Rest of the group, what you doing?
I want to go get the reagents appraised
Okay.
because I can't use them.
Honestly, the best place to go would probably be with Crane.
Okie dokie.
And the best person to barter with them, probably Crane.
Sounds
By the way,
Get a piece.
16 gold pieces and like
Okay.
6 silver pieces.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
I was trying to in my head do math.
Yeah, but it's not even.
Yeah.
16
So,
and 6,
right.
5, 6.
Yarrow, what you up to?
Who
Or
was the
whoever wants.
armorer that we met before? I'll see if I can find him in my notes.
The farmer?
Armorer, the person we gave supplies to for extra.
There were the
The
one you were
Lionel
originally contracted to give supplies to was Barthen. The other one who had armor and the like,
Old Coster. I think it
yes, that's Lenine. Who you
Is
found the extra supplies.
it open?
You might be able to get there in time. It's getting dark.
Yeah, I guess
Hustle,
I'll,
baby, hustle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there because I want to try and give me some stud leather.
Ethan, Moyer,
I want to go with Yarrow, if possible.
okay. Ethan, what you up to?
Honestly, nothing really.
Do you just head back to the inn? Do you go just follow along with the group?
I guess.
Go for a walk? Do whatever you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just say you walk around for a bit and do some pondering. All right. We'll start with Crane. You come up to you come up to the miners' exchange. Thorn following.
Before we go in, I'm like, Thorn, if you're going to come in with me, I do the talking. Deal?
Deal. Can we also get the scroll priest here?
Maybe?
Okay.
So. All right. So you go. Oh, by the way, you've spent enough time with the longsword at this point. That's a +1 longsword.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That counts as a magical weapon, which could come in handy at some point. So, yes, +1 to attack rolls, +1 to damage rolls.
Oh, shit.
So, there you go. Right, as you come into the miners' exchange, there's there's somebody already inside. Looks like a prospector. He's kind of he looks tired, kind of dusty. Looks like he's been traveling on the road for a little bit. And he's kind of you come into an argument he's kind of having with Halia, and he's like, "What do you mean it's only like 2 gold?" And she's just like, "Listen, I'm telling you, unless you know a better place to take this, that's the best I can do. This is the most impure rubble I've ever seen." And he's kind of grumbles under his breath a little. "Fine, take the 2 gold." And so she's places down 2 gold pieces. He kind of grabs them, storms off, kind of looks at you, and then like continues to walk out and just grumbling under his breath like, "Scam."
Can I tell if she got a really good deal? Like, by her, like, expressions?
Yes, as soon as he leaves, she just looks at you and smiles and is like, "I just made 18 gold."
And I'm going to come back. Hopefully I made more than that. And then I'm going to,
Did you find something
I'm gonna take
interesting for me?
the book of information, or the journal, or whatever it was, and the letter, and I'm going to hand them both to her. And then I'm going to turn to Thorn and be like, "And my associate here
And she kind
has
of
some items you'd like to erase."
okay. She takes them, looks at all of them, and she kind of looks up at Thorn like, "I don't believe I've met you before."
He doesn't have a coin collection.
Noted. Okay. And then she kind of leans in like, "Trustworthy, or well, you know,
As trustworthy as they come.
good enough."
I lean up behind and I'm like, "Why would I have a coin collection?"
Don't worry about it. And
I'm
so,
sure she'll get you one.
well, I don't know if we should go making promises we can't keep. Right.
Admit.
So we have some things to take a look at here. It's been a long day. I guess let's try. Okay, let's start with this letter here. Is this? I take it, and she kind of reads over like, now this seems interesting. And so she's like, "So is this the from the leader? I take it."
Yeah, leader of that red brand. He absconded with it.
No, wasn't he one of the Lord's Alliance?
So I've heard.
She chose. I bet Sildar's gonna get his breeches twisted up about that. Couldn't really stand him. He's goody two shoes. Right. So I'm trying to find where the. Yeah, there it is. Right. So I promised you 100 gold pieces if you brought me any correspondence. So we'll put that off to the side. And she takes out a small pouch, puts that off to the side. All right. Did you? Are the rest of the red brands still around, or?
No, the only thing left in there is some bugbears.
There are 2 alive.
And
We left them pantsless.
how many bugbears?
3, and the goblin plaything.
And none of the other red brands survive, eh?
Nope. All dispatched or disbanded.
Well, yes, good job. Good. I'm sure the town is appreciative. And she almost seems like a little almost upset about it. But not saying anything. And she's like, right, but you 100 gold, right? Perfect. This, she opens up the journal. It's like, I don't know what this is. I don't read Dwarvish. I could get somebody, I'm sure, who could, but I don't. What am I looking at?
It's a book containing information about old Phandelver.
About the history?
About the mines and the collapse, yeah.
Okay. And she kind of looks at you and is like, well, given our working relationship, I guess I'll put a little bit of faith in you. Tell you what, I'll give you I mean, a lot of this information may already be known by the network, but there could be bits and pieces. I'll give you 10 gold.
It's a fair price.
Alright. And then now she pulls out the 3 vials and kind of takes a look at them. She kind of looks close at them. Like, these look like an alchemist's work. Right.
I don't know much about them.
She takes the powder, kind of pulls the stopper off, kind of takes it up. Oh, Nightshade, fun. She kind of places that off to the side, like, oh, that. I'm sure we could find uses for that. The next one, she kind of looks at it, like, some sort of creature's. Oh, it looks like bile, almost. Okay, yeah, sure, it's useful for something. And then she moves on to the next one, and it's a silvery liquid. She's like, mercury, classic. Tell you what, I will give you for each of these. Find the. Trying to find the part with the stuff. Right. All right. So these actually could be quite useful to an apothecary, an alchemist, whatever. I'll give you 25 gold apiece.
So 75 total.
Yes. So, deal.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
All right.
And then I would like to.
Yes.
Would she understand thieves' can't?
Would she know thieves can't? I'm gonna say yeah.
I'm going to kind of in thieves' can't. I'm going to insinuate and ask her if she has any other jobs in town.
She kind of which Thorn, as you're there, it's kind of like this awkward just pause, kind of like this weird moment where Crane's just kind of like tapping his hands on tapping his hand on the counter, and you're kind of like, what is going on? And then Halia just kind of shrugs, and then kind of in Thieves' Camp back, we'll just be like, I'll let you know.
Okay, I'm gonna take my 100 gold from the.
Right. So there's 100 gold plus 10 plus 75, so 185 total. So
The 75 was from Thorn items, right?
from the 3 vials, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
And so she's like, well, this has been fruitful. I appreciate it, and I hope to do business with you again. If you excuse me, it's getting rather late. I'm going to bed.
As will I. I'm
And
gonna turn
as
around.
you all leave, she closes up
Take my
behind you. Right. All right. Moving on over real quick to Yarl, who was going and Gang, who was going to the Lion Shield Coster.
Real quick to Thorn, I was like, good job.
By the way, just saying, the 185 is 30 gold pieces and 8 silver.
Oh no, that's not.
Yeah, I think you should.
That's fair.
Greedy SOBs! Alright.
I just
Yeah.
love how Thorn walked into this city with literally a single gold in his pocket and is walking out with 200.
Yeah,
I will share some of it.
today's been
I will share 50 of the 110 I have.
Yeah. So, anyway, you can sort that up whenever you guys meet back up. You head over to Lenine. As you get there, she's like almost like leaving the building as you show up, and she looks like, oh, hello there. You. I didn't catch your name.
I mean, Euro, but if it's too much of a bother for you, I can go back tomorrow.
Oh, is there something you needed?
I was hoping to purchase some studded leather, if you have any in your stocks.
Studded leather? Tell you what, you've done great things for our city. Let me go check real quick. And she heads back to her her back area, whatever. She says, "Oh, feel free to come in," and so you come into the area, which is mostly just random supplies, but the good stuff, quote, to the back. She'll go check. She does have one in stock. Let me look up the price of.
Oh, you bitch.
Alrighty. Yes! She comes back out and she has a set of studded leather. And she kind of looks at you, kind of looks at the armors. I could probably have it fitted. Yeah, I could have it fitted for you. As is, I don't think it'll quite work. But yeah, that would be we'll just say I'll cover the cost of any changes made to it. But that would just be about 45 gold pieces.
I can do that, and I give her 45 gold.
Okay. Well, wonderful. I am closing up for the night. Would you mind coming by in the morning? After maybe I've had some time to do the changes.
Just nod. And... Yeah.
Right.
I can do that, Mon.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will see you tomorrow then.
Tomorrow.
Right.
And
voila. So yes, in the morning you can pick up some studded leather armor. Right. And so now the rest of you head back to the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan.
Same time, boys.
Ethan, you continue to walk around as much as you want.
Pretty much.
Okay. As you go around, you see people closing up for the night. People going home. You see somebody who looks like maybe like a farmer opens up the door to his home, and you kind of glance that way, and you hear a child's voice from the inside kind of cry out to him in a happy like "Daddy!" and yeah, and as people are returning home, some of it.
Depression sets in.
I'm about to say some of it probably maybe a little painful for you, as you consider what's happening. Kind of torn between the frustration of what had happened in the cavern and these new fresh kind of jabs, unintentional by the people just living their lives, but today, you had at least someone out there knows about you and is not ready to run you out of town.
True.
So however that balances in Ethan's mind, not all bad.
Good in my books, Mon.
So, you all come back to the inn, and make your way in. As you come in, Toblin sees all of you and is just like, Sildar came back. He said you all dealt with the Red Brand.
I'm on.
Is this true?
Won't be an issue.
You all are from Tamora herself. Come in. It's getting dark outside. Please sit down. I will cook you the best we have.
So after we sit down, I'm gonna pull out a sack of 60 gold and toss on the table and say, here, this is what I got from
There's
my contact.
There's also, and as you sit down to try to talk about this, there's a few other townsfolk who are starting to come in for that long night's work, doing some drinking, and they're like, and they sit down next to you, clap you on the shoulder, like, oh, put that money away, you won't need it here. I'll buy you all the rounds you want. You, sir, are a hero. Like, and there's like and several like and like almost like there's a little like an old farmer comes in with like kind of this busted old lute and kind of plucks away at it. It's a little bit of ambience music, not the best you ever heard, but it's not horrible. As this impromptu kind of celebration starts, as all of the townsfolk are like you can barely finish one drink and they're already like shoving a new one towards you. Whether you want to drink or not, I mean, you might just hold on to it or do whatever you want with it. You don't have to drink, but they are but yeah, they're supplying you guys. They are extremely happy for all of you and all that you've done. You can attempt to get some business done if you'd like, try to push them off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, everyone take your share. 10 gold each, I assume. I've already taken mine.
So he hands, and then as you all look around, you realize Ethan not in. So Ethan, again, walk around as long as you like. I will say at some point, while you won't have to sleep, yeah, if you go on like a very leisurely walk or just find some time to sit and rest, I mean, very light activity still required, but yeah. So
I actually kind of want to, like, well, once I notice Ethan's like kind of gone, I want to just look around and be like, wait, where's Ethan at? Where's my mom?
He can't drink.
I'm actually gonna leave the tavern and search the town for him.
Okay. Roll investigation check.
I want to sneak behind unseen in an attempt to remain unseen.
Okay. Stealth check.
I'm curious about.
That's a natural one.
So
I don't have eyes. They're
I
gone.
got an unnatural 20 on my stealth check.
Okay, yeah, nobody notices. You slip right on out and you follow, and you watch as Yarol just kind of bumbles around in the dark. I'm gonna say Ethan also roll a perception check.
A what?
Moyer,
Perception
are we just getting
check.
drunk here?
Perception. You're saying?
Going to bed. I can't drink alcohol. I don't want to drink alcohol. Basically.
12.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Well,
with
Yarrow's looking for you.
I'm
so,
gonna
like,
say yeah,
Night.
Yarol. Okay, so Yarol stands out. And
Yeah, he
he's just
does.
like, and he's very confusing because like you see him and he's going over it and he's like he finds like some barrels and he kind of like lifts up the barrels, goes, puts them back down. He's like he kind of like sticks his head in the well, looks in there, and you're just like, what the frig is he doing?
So he's drunk.
For the next like obnoxious like thing that he goes to lift up and look in, where obviously I would not be like say like
Yeah.
a well. As
Yeah.
he's looking in, I'm also gonna stick my head in, like looking to see just like. What
Okay. So yeah, Yarol, you're like, look at this well, like, does he like wells? Does he? And you kind of look up, and then there's Ethan right there, and it's kind of like, whoa.
Oh,
So I'm
Come
back
on.
here. I see this. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and you're like, you watch this display. He's like, yeah, it is
gonna like crouch.
baffling.
Look at it.
It is baffling. At one
Now
point,
as I have seen
At one
that,
point, he knocks on somebody's door, and they kind of look like, "Can I help you?" And he's just like looking for this, and they're like, "No, I haven't seen him." Like, no. And they're kind of like awkwardly, like they know who he is, so they're not like scared of him, but they're really confused.
They're like, what?
after I see that this is like a benevolent meeting, or like,
Yeah, but
creepy, spooky shit isn't going down. I'm leaving. Like, I'm just
Okay.
gonna walk back to the tavern.
Okay, yeah, and then eventually, so you walk back. You walk. Thorn's the only one in there out of the group. Malachi's not probably too terribly. He probably like stayed long enough for like to seem polite or what he thought was polite, and then after a little while, kind of just like, I'm out.
I'm in leading like bar songs.
Yeah, you are. He's got a couple of drunk farmers on either side of him who are just plastered, and then they see you and they're like, "Where'd you go off to? Supposed to be a party." And
I don't drink. It makes you vulnerable. What are you drinking?
So the
Don't ask.
right, and so that continues on. Ethan, Yarol, you yes, you
I will lightly drink, like not even like a buzz, literally like sipping.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It appeases them enough. They can't tell you're not chugging it. They're too far gone. So they're like, that's the stuff. So right, and yes, Yarol, you look up. There's Ethan, kind of looking down
Emma.
the well, like looks up at you, like.
I've been looking for you. Where you been?
Walking around.
Well, there's a party at the tavern. The inn.
Not really much for. I don't think I have to explain to you that I don't.
Fair enough, man.
Well, it's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't. I actually quite miss the taste of things. Never think about that. About things once you lose them. How much it actually affects you.
You're right here, man. I'd like to preface this with this from Andrew, not Thorn.
I'm sorry to hear about that, man. Like I said, if I can help in any way, I'll let you know as soon as I can. Or if you come up with any ideas and I can help, let me know.
It's kind of interesting. Once again, I mean, Ethan's talked a little bit more, but yeah, he's really starting to open up now that like somebody knows of.
Well, I am looking for
Looking for what?
someone or well, someplace. But
I don't have any contacts like Crane, but I could still help.
all he
wherever
wants
I
is
can.
money. Honestly, I don't even know what money is. He just keeps talking about it, and then it's really weird.
I call it a corrupting force. I went through that phase once.
Like, what are these metal things you guys keep giving me?
Essentially, you're supposed to give them in exchange for various services or items that you may need.
Wait, what?
It's like a trade per se. It's like, I'll give you some of these metals because they are
have
kept to a
intrinsic
standard.
value.
Yeah. Kept to a standard value in exchange for certain services or items. Like I purchased a set of studded leather earlier, just a couple minutes ago, in exchange for some gold.
Wait, so this is what Crane wants?
Yes.
Maybe if I give it to him, he'll stop being so angry all the time.
It might not work exactly like that, Mom.
Are you sure?
I mean, it's just simple nature of most humanoids. Just they get more, but they want more and more and more, and it ends badly. I got lucky and had a life-changing experience for the better, but
I'm like
See,
completely
now you're
just,
making money
off
seem like
on
a
this,
bad thing.
I'm on this like fantasy of like giving this stuff to Crane and he being a completely different person now.
oh no, oh no.
It's just like
And we're
basically it's just like
crashing down.
I can have another friend.
Friend?
Oh no. Oh, you know how great Matt would be here?
Yeah, dude. So,
Doomhead friend.
right. So yeah, he's obviously just kind of he's in a way he's almost like Malachi, except even worse. Now that you're starting to gather, like he just doesn't seem to understand normal life, almost.
Oh, let me put it this way, Mon. Friends gained just for the sake of currency aren't exactly the best ones, typically.
You cut out.
Oh,
Ethan.
did I?
No, Ethan did. I think he said something.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry.
Well, to tell you the truth, even if they're not the best, I think some are better than.
Some can actually hurt you more than they help you.
Are you trying to fuck me here? Out of gold?
Jonah, shut
You
up.
fucking Jew.
Jonah, shut
I'm
up.
feeling disturbing.
No, keep going. Keep going.
Trying to
Oh, it's
Keep going.
racist.
Keep going. Jonah, shut up.
Some are better than none.
I feel like this conversation would be this awkward, though, to be
It
to
would
be fair between the two of you.
Probably.
It would.
But you look up, and again, it's like there's a strange creature. I'm gonna say now that you've had a little bit more time around him, and you've like the only one who's really had a full conversation with him. You look at him, and you've seen a few things that look maybe similar to him, but the funny thing is you don't know too much. But he looked, like I said, you've seen like certain herd of half-breeds or whatever, but he almost seems like he's got a little bit of like orc in him. But again, twisted, different. So, you guys done with this? You awkwardly shuffle off, or was?
I don't even know what an orc is.
Yeah, you've seen like a lot of times there's sometimes like whether it's a book and there's pictures, but you hulking giant green things.
Me big voice.
All right, are you guys still conversing? Or
I generally don't know what money is, though.
Okay.
So,
But I'll just say
that's fine.
at this point, you guys have conversed. You can keep going as long as you want, and then you'll probably awkwardly part ways, or
it'd be awkward, and it's just kind of just like, oh, okay, you're leaving.
so do you continue
Right.
to stay outside, or do you go back to the inn?
I mean, there's nothing to do at the end.
Okay. So you're all. I mean, he
like-
stays. It's one of those things where it's like he just stays out there, and so for as long as you'll stay, he's there. And it's almost like he's not like because not talking for him is not a big deal.
Yeah.
So
I eventually I'll just be like, well, I need to get some rest on. I'll be at the inn if you need to get me at all.
Okay.
and off you go as he just waves at you as you go.
Just gonna wave back and leave.
Yeah.
And then go back to the inn.
Okay. So and then
What a nice guy.
right, nice stand-up fellow, Moyer.
Yeah,
You said you were just heading back to.
yeah, I've been
Back to your room?
asleep for a while.
Okay, so you kind of come back to your room. You open it up, and again, at this point, Toblin is like, "You're not paying for this. This is on the house." So you come up and you go to kind of sit down on the bed. They're again functional. You kind of look down at that amulet that you've had since gaining power. And you see the sharp teeth. And as you kind of hold it, there's like a slight vibration in it that wasn't there before. Must have happened some point where with the fighting, or you're not really sure, but didn't used to have any kind of movement or anything, but almost has like a very faint vibration to it.
Just continuous, or?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just very, like the faintest, like it just feels like,
Yeah.
like less than even like a phone on, not like a phone on vibrate where it's like it's gonna be obnoxious, like voice is on all the time, but like if you really focus, there's just a little bit of something to it. So
Neat.
neat.
Yeah.
All right.
But
So,
it's-
everybody, Thorn, you're getting plastered. You're having a girl tie. Crane, I assume at some point you probably just ditch.
Oh yeah, like
Okay.
immediately is.
Okay, so you make your way back to your room. Thorn, party late as you want, man.
We're gonna party until I wake up on this table.
Okay. In the morning, they will find you on the table. It's just like, because like, yeah, sure. And I'm gonna call that for tonight. Then we'll go ahead and end the session there.
All right.
So you guys have cleared out the manor. For the most part, there's a few bugbears and a goblin that are going to be really confused when they come outside and wonder where everybody went.
Was all you pissed about me leaving the bugbears there?
I'm gonna say retroactively roll an insight check.
17.
Okay. You get the feeling that when she wanted you to deal with the leader, there was some ulterior motive besides just the good of the town.
So it wasn't the.
It wasn't the
leading
bugbears. It was more she had a specific purpose that she wanted you to do. Namely, you realize she only ever mentioned the leader, not the rest of the gang, just the leader. And so you kind of get the feeling, there's probably some other motive going on there. But she paid you.
I would assume she's. Yeah.
She paid you. She's keeping cordial business, relationship, and you don't feel like she's gonna like backstab you or anything like that, or like try to punish you for it. But there was a little bit of disappointment there when she heard that the Red Brands had been completely routed. So, and that's it for tonight. So, unless anybody else had anything else you wanted to do, any other questions, we'll go ahead and wrap up.
Another important note: bonds were formed.
Do what?
Bonds were. I said another important note: bonds were formed.
Yes. Yeah. So we just started to crack open Ethan a little bit there.
And Crane.
It's awkward considering he's a skeleton.
Yeah. Well.
Probably terrible.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind. And I just encourage everybody, like, try to lean into each other's characters. Try to, don't. We want to be attached to these characters. We want to, really, like, I'm not going to purposely kill off your characters. I'm not going to gun for that. But if they do die, it should suck.
It should be an F in the chat.
It should suck.
F's in the chat.
So I just encourage everybody to think about your characters and what your character wants, where your characters come from. But we'll have plenty of sessions to develop. So if your characters, not exactly where you want them to be development-wise, you got time, so don't worry about it.
I'm already loving the friendship between Ethan and.
It is
And
the
you're
most awkward friendship between misfits,
But it's so wholesome.
and even Malachi's kind of a little bit with Ethan, like, which he's a little awkward, but he's been a little like when the wolf was put to sleep and you helped him get that out, he was very appreciative of that. So, which in the morning next week, when Malachi's feeling more himself, he may have some things to say about what's happened. So. Or I might just retroactively let him, like, at the end of the night, kind of weave in, like, hey, I said this. We'll get there. So.
This thing's fucking hilarious. You guys keep giving me like the coins, and I'm just like, okay.
No, your response of, if I give him coin, he's happy. Oh my god, I love that so much.
And immediately you're all like, no.
Euros like, oh. And out of all the people, Euros like, money bad, money can be bad.
Money can be bad. It's a medium
First-hand
of which people
experience.
use to make good and evil.
So, yeah. And then, Thorne's great character development is he gets to pass out on the table. Oh, you heard a little bit. You heard a little bit kind of awkwardly offhand just like spouted out about, my family died.
It's like,
You think that's bad?
yikes.
I don't remember what exactly
Dial it
did
up to
the
11, buddy.
what did the creature say when he said about something about hill giants? Because like I heard hill giants and my mind was like,
He kind of looked at you and he's like, not a fan of hill giants, are we? So,
Nothing.
which as
Nothing, basically.
as you
PTSD, baby.
as afterwards you think
Survivor
back on
skill,
like
baby.
because I'm sure at some point Crane's thinking back like the
Yeah.
freak just happened back there. You kind of gather that memory that kind of came to the forefront of your mind was the memory that it, like and the, kind of the associated information is what it managed to pick up off of you. But now you can rest easy knowing that it's dead now.
it is very.
So the only thing that kind of like poked around in your head, it's dead.
I don't know.
So
It's not just dead. We
There's
poked
a,
it.
there's a new thing.
So, all right, guys. Thanks for playing. I appreciate it. I hope you all had fun.
I had a great time.
And we'll be back on Friday, hopefully.
Mhm.
If everybody's
Same
schedule
bad place,
clears up.
same bad time.
Yep.
See ya.
And then from here, yeah, we'll get into that next week. Y'all have a good one.
See ya.
Later, nerds. Oh, hey, there we go. All right, guys, that is it for tonight. They have finished up Chapter 2 of Lost Mines of Phandelver. Next, we go on to Chapter 3. I appreciate everybody who came by and watched. I hope you enjoyed. Had some more, some more development as far as characters go. In the meantime, enjoy life, yada yada. See you next time. Oh, by the way, tomorrow I will be streaming Sekiro Shadows Die Twice because I've only played that game for an hour and 20 minutes, which is not enough time. It's not. So, I'm trying to think. Do I want to stream it tonight? No, I shouldn't stream it tonight. I'm gonna take a break. Get off camera. I'll be back tomorrow. Earlier in the day. Yada yada. All right, guys. You have a good one. Goodbye.